Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Streaming. It's time for Sunday Streaming right here on Rage Select. I am Jeff.
I'm John.
I'm Sassy.
And Sass Kayla. And we're playing Destiny, the Taken King, which...
Wait, is that a game people like?
Yes.
Didn't they like that like last Christmas?
Yes. They just put out a big expansion
So
for
they
it.
just got out of beta,
Yeah.
and now they're actually released a full game.
Wait, what?
No. They just revamped the entire game and put out an expansion pack for it. And it kind of sucked because normally expansion packs go to like the bottom of my list, but this one is awesome. And it like makes this whole game way better. So we're going to go ahead and play as my Warlock because I got my Titan up to low, or my Vanguard up level 40 last night.
What was that about?
That was some geeky nonsense.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see what I got here. It's been a while since I logged in. I need to go some stuff. I'm going to go real quick and pick up some of my
So
junk.
you are on that penis ship.
Yes.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of penis ships,
Wow. How long have we been streaming? Like 5 minutes? And we got a penis ship segue.
my wrinkles on my forehead has started to look like a penis, and it's really bothering me. So watch this.
Okay, a little bit. She means like
okay, I don't
Talking
really.
balls on my face,
when she makes an angry face, like the little...
like I do every moment of my life.
I don't think I've ever actually seen you legitimately angry.
I think that might be the first time I've ever seen you do that, and it didn't even seem realistic. It was like...
You were struggling really hard to do it.
It was a pretty convincing performance. See? I don't know. I just can't.
That's because your name's not John Rubio.
Oh, come on. Go do
Things,
the thing.
jobs no one else wants to be my boyfriend.
Dicks on...
Like,
Mojo says dicks on face is a very first world problem.
is it?
I think
Where
it
does he
is.
live?
I don't...
Eastern, like, Bulgaria?
I don't know. I would assume in the first
So
world.
your guy, he's bald.
He's a robot.
Are you a robot?
The character is, I guess.
He's a robot, man. So I'm just gonna pick up some stuff here. Let's see. Do I still have that? Yes, I do. And heavy armor. No, I'm gonna pick up some color schemes.
So wait, you have friends already?
Oh yeah. Everybody in my Rage Select friends list is probably on here to help us out today. Fuck a bunch of that.
So
Thus, Jeff can finally prove that he has actual friends.
And no one is on the, like, it's why the chat's moving so slow, because everyone's hands are busy in your world.
Well, I can only get 3 of them in at a time.
Phrasing on that, on both of those.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hands are on your world. Well, I
Yep.
can only get about 3 of them in at a time, and
Very
that's
true.
my limit.
That's about my limit. All right. Lazy Kroger join the fire team. I figure out which color scheme I want here, and then we're going to... Ooh, I like that one. It's all yellow. Like my guys.
So wait, what
purple.
game system are you on?
This is the PlayStation 4.
And do they have to have a PlayStation 4?
They
Yes.
do have to have PlayStation 4. Kayla, what color scheme do you want? You want the purple?
No.
Purple and yellow?
No.
Mustard ketchup?
Yes.
Get the mustard and ketchup variety.
Yes, please.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like a hot dog.
Now,
No.
my favorite mustard is from
Oh, okay.
Amsterdam,
Uh-huh.
and it's Honing Mustard. And so that's his name. Your name is Honing Mustard.
Okay. All right. I'm glad that we got that straightened out because the character doesn't have a name, and I was
does now.
constantly wondering why.
He does now.
Yeah.
Honey mustard.
Honey Mustard.
Honing. And it was spelled like
Honing.
honing.
Uh-huh.
Honing.
Are you sure there wasn't an E in there? Hoening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that? Yeah.
It was Honing Most, Most, Erd.
Mustard.
U-R-D.
Dude, the Dutch know how to... Oh, God, come on,
Mustard.
you guys. Can't you make a level 25 person? I don't... Fine. All right. All right, we're gonna go ahead.
You
and
really
jump
have a problem
into-
with that, with everyone else being like max level 40.
No, I played
and-
like that before. It just means that what's going to happen is I'm just going to walk behind them for the entire stream.
sounds like fun.
So.
And it's boring for you.
It is boring for me.
It's not boring for me.
So I'm just going to go ahead and.
I like games where you just win.
Oh, I gotta kick somebody out.
Why?
Kayla, who do you want to kick? 'Cause you can only
I
have
am
3
not,
people.
No. I am the person everyone likes. You can be the person people don't like.
I'll be the asshole.
Okay.
Get rid of Istrandum.
Istrandum? Okay.
And if you want to know why, it's because someone dropped.
God damn it.
Man, I am an asshole. I'll admit that now.
Me and Krogan are hanging out.
Join my fire team again. Oh, my God. What? No. Gross. Just somebody. All right.
The coming war.
Okay, cool. You can stay.
There, done. Ah.
Good job.
You can stay. Sorry about that.
Sparks, I'm
Person.
not complaining that everybody's too good. It's just
Yeah,
that
you are.
I don't like to play games when everybody's like 12 levels higher than you.
The moment the traveler died, as everything collapsed around us. Before that day, there had never been a ghost.
I don't really understand what that
There
means,
had
but
never been a guardian.
It
I don't know
means
much about the traveler, but I know it made me
atheism rules. And
and I spent a reading
so on Monday,
searching for you.
I went to a training for like how to make things
First place I
like make our scores go up by being professional learners.
yeah.
in the centuries
And I'm like a coach for other teachers.
ever find.
And I'm not going to bore you guys too much because, oh my gosh, someone tried to talk to me about school stuff the other day. And I got super specific about like data collection and phonemes and things like that. And people were like, no, thank you.
Somebody like from Rage Select was talking, or like a fan, or like just a person on the
Like,
street, or
yeah, a person on the street.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. I remember we were next to a door and I apologized.
For
Oh,
talking, for being too
It was a
specific?
comedian last Saturday.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because I went to that gun store comedy show, and the comedians, whenever people find out you're a teacher, they put in their 9 cents, and then I just go. Someone who else is a teacher was like, Kayla, don't bring up RTI. I've had my fill. Yeah, well, I'm really good at that stuff, so postmodern, I can coach you. I'm now a teacher coach on that stuff. And they were like, our problem is we don't have answer time. And then we did this thing that's like a problem solving technique where they ask you different questions and you answer the question that was in front of you, and then you rotate, and then you answer the next question based on what you just read.
Okay.
And everyone hated me because the question was like, we don't have enough time. That's a major problem we have. And then someone was like, you're right, we do need to learn how to consolidate. And my suggestion was to find a planet with more gravity so that time moves slower.
That seems like a pretty reasonable solution, right?
So we kept turning the table, and everyone else at the table would just like, I didn't say anything. We're just like, Kayla! No! Because then you have to answer every question after that based off of my question and my answer.
Like how you're gonna find that planet and what the logistics involved
Right.
getting there.
Yeah,
things
what
like
are the
that.
supplies you need?
Right,
and
right.
everyone's just like,
Damn
okay.
it, Kayla.
But know what? You need me. You need someone like me to just be like, yeah. You know what? Everything sucks. Let's think really outside the box and at least laugh.
Yeah.
So, Spark says there should be an MTV show called Coached with Sassy Kayla, where I just go into different schools and sassy them.
Just sassing students up.
You and I know how
My assistant principal did ask me to stop. Oh, she's a beautiful princess.
That's Oryx.
What?
That's Oryx.
It's a guy, isn't it?
Yeah, as much as the fallen or no, the as much as the whatever.
That's not the person
hive.
talking, though.
Yeah, the person talking is the queen. We killed Oryx's kid in the story campaign, and now he's come back to just blow everything up. So
Boring
that's kinda
human face.
point of
Go
the
back
story.
to the good face.
Go back to the monsters.
It's so much more like humans have like a weird sense of beauty, which is this like just very plain looking face.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I like a lot of character.
Their part.
like bone
The
horns.
stream may have just crashed.
No?
Oh, did it?
Did it?
Because I just got an error on my iPad
This
saying the stream may have crashed.
Was all
Yeah, S Audio says stream crash.
Well, let's see.
guide them. my
I'm still
hidden
getting
friend.
it coming through, so it might be the sort of thing where people just need to refresh their stream. No, that's Twitter.
Someone else said it's fine, so that was me. Sorry. Everyone else is saying it's fine,
Okay.
but I think for a few of us it crashed.
Okay.
But yeah, on my iPad it basically said this channel is no longer streaming, and wanted to close my app.
Sometimes I feel like when we play multiplayer games, that's a problem. Oh, man. Go, Destiny.
So I say they didn't fix this problem.
Yeah, it's still got some load times. It's not that bad once you get in there, but, I mean, just pretty much like every single freaking video game that ever is existed in the history of mankind.
I apologize, me bringing up the stream crashing seems to have derailed Kayla's.
Yeah. We're just cut and now we're back. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Actually, I'm not going to cut any of that.
Yeah.
All based on Phobos' blessing.
You can't waste this magic on a crash
They're willing to break the
crash
rules.
stream.
This could
No, but it didn't crash.
It didn't crash for everybody. It only crashed for a few people, apparently.
Yeah.
We're setting down on Phobos now.
I really like the
I'll be monitoring
change
the
from
field
Peter
ghost.
Dinklage to Nolan North.
Good luck to you both.
What?
So the little robot guy, your little robot pal, used to be voiced by Peter Dinklage.
Right. Wasn't he apathetic?
Yeah, and they re-recorded all his dialogue. And
Boo.
That's somebody else.
Yeah,
I like it when my robots don't care.
yeah.
He's like, no, I want someone who's overly emotive.
Not that I need somebody that's overly emotive. It's just that Peter Dinklage was like nothing. Like I would have rather them just put the dialogue into like
Which
one
is-
of those vocoders
Yeah.
and just read it out loud.
Which is weird because I've seen him actually have like emotion in his voice.
Sure, I'm pretty sure they probably told him to act like that.
Yeah.
All are evacuated.
Like I don't blame him for that at all.
Prejudice. They're getting torn up down here.
Also, I like the fact that Nolan North is not actually just doing his normal Nolan North voice. I mean, obviously it's changed a little bit, but like through changing the audio, but he actually is doing a little bit of a voice as well with it.
What
Yeah.
does that mean?
Nolan North is the voice of most every video game character in existence, and it's the same voice in every game when
Is
he's
that
actually
true?
in
Well-
almost every game.
I mean, like, he was the Penguin in Batman, right?
Well, that's one of the few times where they actually allowed him to do something, and I thought it was amazing because he's actually really good at voice acting.
Yeah.
And he can do more than just his regular style voice, but everyone wants that normal, everyman Nathan Drake style voice for their character.
You should be the penguin for Halloween. All we need to get you is a prosthetic nose, and you can just wear your preacher outfit.
It'd be the Penguin.
Yeah. Get you a top hat.
And then you just have to limp with a waddle.
I had an idea. I had a Halloween costume idea. Oh, but it was way too much work. Actually, it's not that much work. It's just that I'm not the kind of person who will ever do a thing like in half measure. So if I did this costume, I'd want it to be like exactly perfect, which is the problem that I always have when Halloween comes around.
Whispers
Um,
louder. I will endure.
But as usual, I will probably just end up putting it all off until the last minute and then be like, I don't know. All right.
They speak a
So what are we trying to get right now?
name.
We're trying to figure out
He is here.
where Oryx is. And we found him.
Is that really him, or is that just a pretend him?
It's
projection,
a
but
projected image. And then you all have to fight this guy who, you know.
see, like, I'm not doing anything to this guy.
Yeah, it's like everybody else is doing stuff to him because they're all like twice as high level.
I mean, I'm going to get a bunch of levels, and I'm not going to die at all.
So
but
is this game a game you could just keep playing forever?
Theoretically.
better? It's better now. Yeah, it's better in that respect now than it used to be.
This mission is scrubbed.
Um,
Get to your ship and get out of there.
But yeah, I mean,
So there's like a storyline, and then there's side quests, and then people just making more.
yep. Like Aaron played the crap out of this when it came out, and then it used to be that when you got to the end of the game, the way that you would play it would just be to just kind of do the same things over and over and over again.
Okay.
Just trying to get a different reward, trying to get like rare rewards, and that was what he did. Like he's the guy that I know that is most into this, and like I wanted to do a dojo of this with him. It's just that dude is like super busy right now. But it was funny because I was actually messaging him on Facebook like, "Oh, did you play this? I can't believe it! It's so awesome!" And he was like, "No, I haven't done that one yet." But yeah, they've really kind of fixed this game from the way that it was when it first came out. Like it definitely is better now than it used to be. Or I think so. I'm sure there's somebody out there who's like, "Oh, they totally fucked up Destiny. It was perfect the way that it was." But
No, actually, everybody I've heard that's talked about it said like they improved it vastly.
I think that it's a way better game. Like if it was this game to begin with, I probably would have spent more time. I probably would have played it longer. I probably would have liked it more and wouldn't have given it up. But
And you'd still be playing to this day.
well, no, I can't play anything for more than a week because, like next week, Skylanders Superchargers and
Like the video,
Soma comes
like
out, but
the cartoon that the children watch.
Skylanders, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a new Skylanders game next week, so I'll be playing that. Probably
So
at
a lot
some
of
point.
the people in the chat are saying that they would love an option to actually have your own a voice for I guess Ghost or whatever the heck his name is.
Uh-huh.
And just have the ability to select who voices it and like who would they like to get that. A lot of people
Not
are saying
Siri.
they want a Jason Murph bot or even a you know what was the other one, a Brushwood bot.
Yeah.
I do feel like people could be maybe a little bit better with the naming convention instead of just putting bot on the end of everything, like Brushwoodtron.
Yeah, the Brushtron 2000.
But then I would just think it's a robot that brushes your hair,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
Yep. Oh, man. Okay. I got this gun on this character, and it's my favorite gun I've ever had in the entire game. But it's just not powerful enough
Almost there.
for late game stuff. Ah! Okay. Yeah, I saw somebody, I guess it was in some comments or somebody somewhere. I'm kind of interested, John, to know what you think about this because you're pretty familiar with this from the podcast, right? The Marty
Okay.
O'Donnell music thing.
Oh yeah, where the dude that sued Bungie
Yeah, well, sued Activision.
or Activision.
Like, I saw some people in comments who were just like, I would never buy the Taken King because fuck Bungie for what they did to him. And as I understand it from, like, reading it, it seemed like that was more of an Activision thing than it was a Bungie thing.
Well, no.
Or I don't know, maybe
From what I understand of it, is that he had an actual like company say in the future of the games that the type of games they make, the way they make their games. Like he was on their board of whatever, and what they essentially did was want to remove him from that.
Yeah.
Or maybe the lawsuit put him on the board of directors or whatever.
Yeah.
With that, and because all he does is music.
Yeah.
And they don't feel like he should have a say in how their games are made. I don't. Again, I'm not fully 100% on it because I was just like, oh, okay, I've really that. If I'm gonna play a game, I'm gonna play a game. I don't give a shit about the background squabbles of who's doing what to who.
Right.
And I wasn't a big fan of this game in the first place, so
You should give it another try. I don't know. I've just been playing this all week since
I'm still playing Mad Max.
I downloaded the update. How can you be playing that game still?
I drive around a lot. I beat up war boys and blow up shit. It's what I do.
Okay.
So all the robots love that princess right there, and he can reproduce them with his brain meat. That's
Yes.
like the easiest way to reproduce. Just think about it.
He is so potent that when he looked at that guy, he had a child. That's how potent he is
Yep.
in his sexuality.
Oryx is a chump. He's a jerk.
There's been moments where I think I wielded that kind of power.
To impregnate other people by just looking at them?
Yeah.
You just look at a guy and he's suddenly pregnant.
Uh-huh.
I will take them all.
So pretty. Oh, cutesy bootsy. That's a boring spaceship, though.
Near Saturn say the weapon fired only once.
Yeah.
It's not
The inside is kind of cool.
superior force.
How could she?
So today I went to give blood.
We need a warlock.
It's the first time I've been able to give blood in like a year because I'm not doing medical studies anymore.
Oh,
And you
okay.
can't do it for like a year after you do medical studies.
Ah.
And they were like, "What's it like?" And I was telling them about all the like the pimps and the single moms I met and things like that.
They are taken.
And they were like, "Oh, I could never do it." I'm like, "It's the same group, I guess. You meet here. Look how pretty they made it. They put a little bow on my little blood thing.
Now,
Look
I'm
at that.
Look at that. It's so pretty."
They made it cute.
final covenant of his son.
It was really fun. But my friend Ryder, who wrote me into the Star Wars book,
Mm-hmm.
he is donating his 80th pint of blood.
Yowza.
Like, yeah, and so he had a challenge like for people to give blood. So let me know if you give blood.
You kill.
I do not.
Everybody, why not?
Place.
I don't know. Just
You
don't.
live like right next to it.
That way.
I don't,
They give you free cookies.
well, I don't know where it is. I've never given blood before. I like my blood. I also don't like needles a lot. Don't like needles.
Would you pass out if you saw a needle?
No. Just really not into them. Like I've had an IV once, and it was like one of the most terrifying things I think that I've ever done in my entire life. As opposed to the actual surgery that I was having that I needed the IV to put in the anesthetic for. It was just looking at feeling saline solution going into my veins through a thing in my arm was just like almost passed out from that. Just, I don't like the idea of stuff going into my blood veins.
So strange. How about you, John? Would you
What?
give blood?
I kind of don't give blood just for the reason of not liking needles. Now, I don't hate needles like in the fact that like I freak out or anything around them, but I dread. I don't like things being like stuck into me. If that's kind of the thing. I don't like being stabbed, even if it's by a tiny needle that's supposed to save my life. I don't. I just.
But yeah, if I
It's not a
pass
thing I
out,
like.
it's because I gave away some of my blood.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to this really great coffee shop just mere minutes from your house.
Which one?
Cafe Java.
Oh yeah.
I've been
And
there.
There's a grandma there that
Yep.
is sassy. Ooh-wee.
Yeah,
And it is so funny. She is always telling people that they don't work hard enough and they're too slow.
I know exactly the person that you're talking about.
I love her. I want to grow up to be her.
The funny thing is that I've been going to Cafe Java since I was like they opened one of those in Wells Branch when I was like 14. And then this I think was like their second location, and then they closed the one that was over in Wells Branch. But I've been going there since I was like an early teenager because, you know, breakfast food and stuff like that is way more important when you're a teenager and you have access to like alcohol and bars and stuff like that. Or I don't know. That's the way that I think about it. All right, let's go pick up my rewards and get back out
Oh,
there.
no one can give blood because they either hate needles or they have low iron or
If they could just like
blood sugars and things like that.
if they could just take the blood, if they could just like teleport it out of my body, I'd totally let people. I don't have anything like. I'm not philosophically opposed to giving blood places my blood. I just if they had a better way to get it, I would really appreciate it.
If they do, if someone in the stream does, and they send me a picture, I will draw them a picture. I haven't drawn a picture for someone on Rage Select in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Woo!
What?
Woo! Everyone's making fun of me for wanting to grow up to be a grandma without children. I'll just adopt people. Hey, Jeff, can I be your grandma?
Sure. I don't have any more grandparents, so
There you go.
there you go. I need grandparents. Kayla wants to be a grandparent. It's totally work.
There we go.
There we go. That was easy.
I
Yay,
just
got grandmas
grand-adopted
again.
you.
Let's see what we got going on here. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, all these are garbage.
Can I
Garbage,
give
garbage.
you lozenges
Sure.
like Werther's original?
That's
Or-
not a lozenge. That's just candy.
Still,
You
totally
could-
welcome.
Yes, I would totally I'll totally nosh on some more of those originals. I like them. They're buttery and delicious. So, let me get rid of this one. Yeah, fucking, I'm gonna get rid of this one. I can have it on my sidearm, and that's it. So, like, one of the things for people who don't know is that they like added like ghost skins that give you bonuses to defense, and like the little flags and shit that you wear now give you like defense and damage boosts and things like that. And I'm changing over to purple because we did one without purple, but I want to do purple. All right.
Wait, we're no longer honing mustard?
That's
No.
correct.
Or we're honing mustard just with different clothes? Because we
Now
still
we're-
got the honing mustard head.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's just the color of his robot skin.
For Halloween, we'll make you a Crayola crayon.
Mm-hmm. Just a giant tube.
Yeah.
Which color? Which?
I don't know. Chat? Which color should Jeff be?
For his crayon.
My
Yes.
crayon costume. Let's see. Spark in the shadow. And face down the conductive mind.
Waiting for the chat to give us an answer there.
Is that? Oh, cool. Is this the one?
What color would you be,
Okay.
John?
Folks, I'm sorry.
Probably green.
I'm Babucha. I want to do this real fast, and then you can come back later on. Boot, boot, boot.
They all say flesh.
Flesh tone.
Pink and flesh tone.
Or
Pinky.
peach.
Okay. I'm looking for some actual Crayola colors, like aquamarine or,
Well, peach is an actual Crayola color.
They
guess
just
it
want
is.
you to look like you're a naked tube.
Yeah.
Now, why would Rage Select fans want me to look like a giant, slender, naked tube? That's just weird.
We can give you giant cartoon feet at the bottom of the crayon.
Yeah, like circular, like globe
Yeah,
feet.
giant like
Mhm.
clown feet,
Yeah,
and except they look like almost
To be a warlock.
ball-like,
yeah, yeah,
for lack of a better term.
yeah.
Only warlocks understand true power.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
True power lies
Can
in
I touch your head for good luck,
an
Jeff?
understanding.
Sure.
Really?
Power
Sure.
channeled.
It's not really, it's not freshly shaved.
The storm is raw power. The trance
Yeah, it's
is
fuzzy right
true
now.
It's very soft.
Yeah.
Okay, whoever in the forum wanted that,
The storm
there you go.
is both.
I just
question
took all your good
and
luck,
answer,
suckers.
And thus what it means.
Someone in the forums asked if they could do that, and Kayla did it in their stead.
Took all their
Okay.
good luck.
So they added a bunch of new subclasses for each one of the classes in this game, and that's what I'm doing right now. When I did the quest for the Flaming Thor Hammer,
My hidden
it was
agents discovered a
awesome.
powerful vex. A conductive
Sorry.
mind.
Why
So
do
I
you
really
have
do this.
bones on your gun?
Because my gun is
It has the
awesome.
source you need.
Awesome.
What did it used to be inside of a creature?
I don't know.
Probably.
Wait, who's shooting me?
Good.
Ah!
Storms and
How often do you shave your head, Jeff?
I try to do it once every couple of weeks, but if that turns into like 3 or 4 weeks, it kind of depends on whether anybody has to see me, or whether anybody that I care about seeing naked gets to see me, or it's kind of the.
I'm going to assume
Yeah.
that you don't you don't want either Kayla or myself to see you naked. So
I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea, but it's not really something
Okay.
that I'm. It's not like
you know what?
it's
I'm
on
gonna
my
come around and
list.
say I don't want to see you naked,
Okay,
Jeff.
that's fine.
So
I
put me
will-
on that list
I
of
will-
people you don't ever want you to see you naked.
All right.
So put me on that list.
By default, I'll just tell you this right now. By default, everybody's on that list.
Okay,
right?
good.
Usually, everybody's on that list until they tell me otherwise. Like, until they've made it very clear. I just assume that most people don't have any interest.
Whatever. I love being nudie. Love it.
I wish there were more of these. I got a sidearm as my
What, movie
Oh.
theaters?
movie theaters.
Yeah, aren't you in a movie theater?
Uh,
Of the future?
no, it's Mars. I don't think this is a movie theater.
Could be a movie theater.
Let's see.
Just so you know, everyone took you on your offer.
What's that? Oh, they all want to see me naked.
Yep.
Yeah.
They want the website renamed Naked Select.
Naked Select. Yep. Okay. I should have seen that one coming.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why I was such a fool. I don't know why I
But next time you're in Austin, just let Jeff know you want to see him naked.
Now, just I think I'm gonna help Jeff out here instead of making it worse.
Buy
Just
him a-
because you tell him that you want to see him naked doesn't mean that he wants you to see him naked.
I don't know. It's at this point,
I
it's
like-
almost like whatever, man. I haven't had a date in a long time.
You know, Jeff. You,
yeah.
you.
I know. Yeah, I know.
All right.
I know. I know what I'm doing. I know what these crazy degenerates are into.
Who?
Uh,
Me?
Yeah, you guys, right? No, the fans of Rage Select, the people that are listening right now. Ooh, what's going on in here? Why are there both?
Yeah, everyone is topless on the next Ragecast, and everything's shot waist up, so everyone looks nudie.
Why are the Cabal and the Vex here? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, they're fighting each other. Okay, you guys fight each other.
Are you going to Midnight Madness for Fallout 4?
No, maybe, probably. That sounds about right.
Do you ever meet people at Midnight Madness?
Midnight Madness is just what I call when I stream the game, starting at midnight.
Oh.
So I just do a
So-
solo
It's not
Twitch
like
stream.
Harry Potter parties where you go and wait for the game to be released at midnight with other people who are very excited.
They call
Uh,
those Midnight Madness as well,
Yeah,
but this is a different kind of
this
Oh.
is a different sort of madness. It's my own particular version.
Yeah, I haven't been to a midnight release for a game in a long time.
And now that you can buy them on the console, you can pre-order them on the console. I don't
Yeah.
really see why you would do that.
I mean, the only one I can think of that I probably won't do a midnight release for it, but the only game I could think of not buying, specifically to not buy on the console would be like Rock Band 4.
So
Oh,
when
yeah,
does
yeah,
it
yeah.
come out?
What, Fallout 4?
Yeah.
November?
November, I believe.
Sometime?
Yep.
So, but here's my question.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you want to go meet people? Like, it's the obvious place. Like, I'm Jeff. I like talking video games. And then,
Your Jeff impression is spot on today, Kayla. That is exactly what I sound like. I'm Jeff. I talk about video games.
and then,
That is what you sound like off the stream.
Sure,
You know,
yeah.
whenever you're not recording
Right,
or
I-
being the character of Jeff.
Yeah, that's
and you're
right.
just being yourself.
Right. I take off all the throat lozenges. I sound like a 75-year-old grandma who's been smoking her entire life.
and you're over there at the corner of Best Buy and Radio Shack, and you're like, hey, you like Fallout 4? Mr. Piecer is my favorite character. Who's your favorite character?
What was that, Mr. Piecer? Okay. I just wanted to know
Piecer.
what your fake Fallout character was. But here's the. Well, I don't know. It could honestly just be that I'm.
You want the headset talk with me while we play?
Am I now Watto from episode 1? When did this happen? I don't understand.
Well, at least she didn't go with like Harvey Firestein and be like, "Oh God,
Like it just keeps my Kayla's version of the accent just keeps changing as the story goes on. I don't know.
My name is Jeff, and
I'm
I have
Scottish, apparently.
things that I want to do. Like I
no,
want to
back
play
then.
the video games.
Now I'm Macho Man Randy Savage.
No,
apparently.
no, that was not Macho Man. That was
like
sort of trying to be Harvey Firestein.
You were kind of moving in that direction, though.
No.
No,
if I was gonna do Macho Man, I would go a little bit more high pitched for that.
But
you
see,
know.
here's the thing, Kayla. You actually
You should just use that voice every day of your life from now on. At least every moment you're near me.
you haven't. You've never. I don't think you've ever been to a midnight launch. It's generally speaking not a really.
I have too. I made tons of friends.
Okay.
GameStops.
Okay. Well, you're better at friends and talking to people, I guess.
That's why we're gonna go and make you meet the people.
I mean, the last time that there was a game was Metal Gear, and they didn't even have a midnight release for that. Like,
Yeah.
so, I mean, because I had thought, oh crap, if the countdown timer didn't work right on the digital copy, then I might have gone and gotten a physical copy. But just suck a bunch of.
Can you do
robot
Hulk
stuff.
Hogan? John?
No.
John?
No.
John won't do that.
Like I can't be racist.
Constructs were supercharged with arc
So, let's see.
saturated with power.
I thought they built a little metro on
Like,
Mars.
the Rubio was like, Amazon has these cool buttons, and when you run out of Tide, you could just push a button to get Tide. That's my John Rubio voice. And
Nice.
I was like, that sounds like sadness to me. I love reasons to go to the grocery store.
Ugh.
And I just want to go to the store all the time, but I don't have enough money to go to the store. So I like look forward to when we need toilet paper and essentials, like things that are budgeted to go to the store for.
Yeah. This is actually one of the reasons why I don't sign up for like the Amazon Prime, like get things delivered in 1 hour, because it's like look, I'm antisocial enough as it is. I don't go out a lot because I just stay indoors and I play video games and I don't want to leave the house except to go to work.
Yeah.
But I realize that's not healthy.
Aw.
And so I need a reason to leave the house. And even if I'm not talking to people when I leave the house, I need a reason to go outside. So I don't need, there's never going to be a time where I'm like in the bathroom, and popping a squat or whatever and be like, oh shit, I'm out of toilet paper. Better hit up the Amazon and get new toilet paper delivered in 5 seconds. And plus, how are they going to get that to me in my bathroom? They're not. So,
But there's like a button. So like when you put in your next to last Tide thing, you just push the button and it automatically pays for you. Like it's like one touch, but you don't even need anything else. Not even your phone. Just you and Amazon in your pantry.
What?
What do you mean, what? Don't you're like, you have more screens than anyone in my life,
Yeah.
other than my crazy mother,
I don't-
who literally has a flat screen TV in front of an older flat screen TV.
Oh, well, I usually put the older TV like out on the curb or something, or in my backyard. Like that chair. I now have 2 broken desk chairs. I don't know what to do with. I need to get rid of that mattress, but I'll be goddamned if I want to pay somebody to remove my old mattress. I got paid for a mattress. I want to pay for mattress removal.
Well,
as
that's
well.
okay. So that's why I don't mind.
don't have large
like the last place I bought a mattress from.
Yeah.
Like the guy was like, okay, hey, and if you have a mattress, I'm not going to charge you anything extra to take your old mattress and throw it away for you.
Yeah.
And
Like-
resell it to the next.
Probably resell it. I don't care.
That's probably super against the law now, right?
It
Everybody's
is.
all bed bug
Yeah.
phobia.
That's what
Yeah,
can't-
but I mean, like even with like when I bought a new refrigerator, they were like, yeah, we'll pick up your old refrigerator and take it. And I'm like, okay, I don't care about that. Like that's cool as long as you're taking it when you deliver it. That's cool. Do that. But
Destroy the conductive mind. Okay. Oh, hey. That's conductive mind.
Another lightning-powered death bot tower.
So,
The conductive mind.
Shoot it with the bullets, the lasers.
Atomic
crap.
Destruction was like, that most people don't have anything to say. It takes me a while. That's why you had to be like, where am I? What does time and space look like? I'm the worst at small talk, but people love that stuff.
What does time and space look like? I mean, that's a pretty
Yeah.
good question. Where did that guy? Oh, there he is. Fucking stop shooting me!
No,
Lasers.
that's his goal. That's what he wants to do. He wants to shoot you.
Well, I don't want to be shot, so
People
we
are
could
always like,
Maybe
"Oh
you
my
shouldn't have come into
goodness."
his home
negotiate
and started shooting
like,
things.
Maybe he can shoot me a little bit, and then I will shoot him back, and then we can.
We
have,
are done with your sass, Mr. Jeff.
Oh, really? I did.
Why are we done with his sass?
That was why I made a website in the first place. I didn't know that. I didn't know I had a limited amount of time before I was out of sass.
Done.
Wait, where'd he go?
Now only Kayla
jerk.
is allowed to sass.
Jerk. There you go. Whew.
Lycora, we've neutralized the conducted mine.
So where is this voice coming from?
A little robot,
Where is the robot?
Right
cloaked,
here, in my
or
hand.
in his hand.
Or in your brain. All right, Bottle of the Ark. Fight
So
the Vex in
let's-
the Ark Storm.
So Jeff,
yes.
you are at the. Where do you go? You're on a walk with your dog,
Uh-huh.
and someone's walking the other direction.
Yes.
Or that crazy lady who sits on that chair.
Right. I cross the street so I don't walk by that crazy lady that sits on the chair.
But let's say you wanted to explore your softer side and make friends.
Uh-huh.
Explore, Jeff.
What would you say to her?
Hi.
There you go. See?
It's not that I don't know how to make friends. It's more that I don't really want to in a lot
Well,
of
we're
cases.
just gonna force you.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to Therapy 101. First rule is Jeff has to talk to 5 people he's never talked to before.
Oh, gross.
You have 1 week.
Ugh.
And if you don't,
Ugh.
we murder you.
I think I could take you.
Okay,
I think I
then
could take
we
Kayla in a straight up fight.
My
Really?
Yeah.
Vex crawl across
I mean, if
the
you were like,
surface,
coming at me with an axe or
great
something,
black storm,
you know.
I never
aiding
quit.
in their
Yeah.
power like We have
She's like
located
John
one
Cena in that
called
regards. She never gives up.
If you are to call the storm
Oop.
to learn the trance,
He's a wrestling
you must
guy.
and let nothing stand
What?
against you.
You, like, I'm not going to make a random wrestling joke that only people in chat are going to get.
No.
So yeah, you have to talk to 5 people you never know.
Okay.
Find a space
That's
Welcome
your
to therapy.
homework for this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how we
Talk to
solve
5
problems.
people that you've never met before.
Okay. That's super easy. I'll just turn on the voice chat in Destiny and talk to Lazy Crow.
No, like in
Ishtar
person.
Oh, see, now we're getting specific.
Yeah, it has to be in person.
Before it was just you got to talk to 5 people. Now it's you got to talk to 5 people in person. All right.
Do you think
Well, we
our
realize
kink-
because you're trying to circumvent the rules, Jeff.
What? I don't even understand what this is for.
This is I don't know. I don't know
I
what
don't
this is
even
for
understand the
either. I'm just
purpose of
going
this.
along with it.
Just you got to talk to 5 people. Like, okay. I'll be like, hi, how are you? Fine, thank you. All right, goodbye.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Yep.
I love it.
I used to do technical support for a living. It was my job to talk to people all day, every day. I used to work retail for a living. My job to talk to people all the time and also fix computers. I could talk to people. Just go into customer service mode and don't actually talk about anything interesting because you're not allowed to do that. Okay. What the hell? Where the jerk am I? Giant wind farm?
On Mars?
So
Martian wind farm, huh?
so let's say you say hi and then you're like, this person looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say next?
Kind of depends. I mean, I know how to do fake small talk, but it's so boring.
You know what I think is interesting? The
what's that?
shadows. I love how the shadows have changed now that it's fall. It's not that the weather's cooler. It's just that the shadows are neat.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? What's your favorite season?
Winter time.
Why do you like winter so much?
Because you can wear a jacket. It's got a lot of pockets to put your stuff in.
What kind of things do you have?
Keys and cell phones and stuff like that.
Did you call? When's the last time you called your mom?
2 weeks ago?
Interesting. What did you guys chat about?
I feel like I'm on a job interview now. Like,
Well, that's because you're showing no interest in me.
well, I'm standing in this lightning and trying to get superpowers.
That's what they always say.
If we're gonna have conversation practice, we're gonna do it in the middle of the video game stream.
I think that's the best place.
Is while I'm playing a video game
Right.
when there's only like half of my brain interacting with either you or the game.
So do you think arcades will come back?
No.
I think so,
Why do you think that?
because we have 2 arcades here,
Yeah.
and
We
they
also have
do
a-
really, really well.
Drive-in movie theater as well.
What? Starlight? That's not a drive-in theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
It is a sheet and a radio transmitter. Like,
That's you do realize that's what drive-in movie theaters are, right?
not in San Antonio. In San Antonio, it's huge. Like, it's a huge board, so it doesn't sway in the wind. And then you bring your truck and your barbecue pit and eat watermelon. It's great.
But the radio transmitter part is how most drive-ins used to do their stuff.
Right. I don't have a problem with the radio transmitter. I have
Okay.
more of a problem with the sheet that flaps in the wind and the 6 cars. And then I'm going, this is a drive-in movie theater.
Okay, I've actually never been. I've always wanted to go. So
I saw Dr. No there.
Okay. So yeah, no, I'm just curious because it's like you have to drive a car in. So, but yeah, I don't know how big it is.
Okay. You do it?
Your lightning walks its own path. A show of force is in order.
But
Call the lightning and become one.
Mama
You will either rise a
Rubber.
storm caller or not at all.
Okay, cool. I got Stormcaller
They
powers.
say when I talk like that, it's adorable. And when they talk like that, it comes off as weird. Is that true, Jeff? Or
well,
does it come off as weird when I say it too?
No, I think that it's just no. I can definitely see where they're coming from. I think that the problem is that you ask you're in your simulated conversational part, right? The questions you're asking are like sincere, and you like believe them and stuff. Whereas if another person just repeats those questions and they're not sincere, then it would sound really creepy, or probably just a little weird.
yeah,
Ooh, I got Darth Vader lightning powers, Emperor Palpatine lightning powers,
or infamous lightning powers.
or infamous lightning powers. Blah.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes.
Someone anonymously in the forum says they'll be at Austin for their birthday on Christmas Eve. Can he hang out with you?
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I'm pretty like open-ended when it comes to people coming to town and hanging out. Like I'll try to
But
hang
it's
out with
his
people.
birthday. Can he?
Christmas Eve is kind of booked, man. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
like,
family time.
maybe like later in the evening or something. Yeah, girl, get some.
After midnight mass and you've opened your presents?
No, there's no present opening on Christmas Eve. We're not
What?
hooligans. I don't know. And my parents were just like, there is no. It's all Christmas Day or nothing.
Like
All
at
right.
what, noon?
Oh no! On Christmas Day, my sister and I. Well, now okay. So in the old days, my sister and I, or at least I don't know, can't speak entirely for my sister, but I would not sleep at all Christmas Eve. I would lay in bed and I would get like 30 minutes of sleep, and then like my parents would be like, "Don't bother us and stay in your room until at least like 5:30 a.m." And then like when the clock struck 5:30 a.m., I would be like, "Get up! We have to get up! We have to start Christmas! It's Christmas! It's Christmas!" Now that I'm an adult and Christmas is, I still love Christmas and everything, but now I negotiate with my parents about how late we can start Christmas. I'm just like, oh god, 10? They're like, what about 9:30? And I'm just like, what about 9:45? But so the thing is that, like, our Christmas runs, you get up early, you eat this big breakfast, and then you spend all day lounging around playing with your toys, and then you eat this big dinner at like 7 o'clock. Well, the problem that we've found is that if you don't start your leisurely present opening, stockings, coffee, cake, and stuff until 10, then you don't end up eating your giant breakfast until like noon, and then by 7 o'clock, everybody's like, I've got too many breakfast tacos in me still. Can't eat any turkey right now. So, I don't know, bro. As it gets closer,
the day before Christmas Eve.
the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean, that's a Wednesday.
it kind of also depends on just I tell you what. Remind me as the season gets nearer, and we'll see what we can probably work something out.
And if someone wanted to go have the drinks with you,
Yes.
how many days do they advance? Like, when do you go out?
It's more about
You go
what
to the
day.
hideout on Friday, right?
Well, sometimes they'll go out on Friday, sometimes Saturday, sometimes Sunday, sometimes all 3 days. What the hell are these Vex? Oops.
Guardian down!
Damn it. But that was like ankle water. Generally speaking, it's better to try to. I'm going to be much more available on Friday, Saturday, Sunday than I am on, Monday through Thursday. So if you're looking to come to town and hang out, if you factor in some kind of Friday thing, generally speaking, I'll try to, see what we can do. All right.
So there you go, friends. There's your bar meetup every Friday and Saturday.
And sometimes Sundays.
Yes. I mean, like last night, I decided I didn't want to go to the bar, so me and my friend just hung out, and I played Destiny, and then he told me all about the crappy movies that he likes, and then...
Like what kind of crappy movies?
Well, it's not. They're not actually crappy movies. It's just he's a big fan of what one might call artsy fartsy / very pretentious movies.
Oh.
But he's very emphatic about it. So like last night we were having a conversation where I basically had to like logically kind of put him in a weird corner where he was using the term comic book as like a derogatory adjective.
Which is something that's been happening a lot lately.
Well, and what I had to tell him was like, bro, you don't read.
You said bro.
No. I was like, you don't read comics. He's like, yeah, Superman's a dumb hero. And I'm like, how would you know? You've never read Superman comics before. He's like, yeah, well, it just seems stupid. And I'm like, well, how would you even know? All you know is what you've made up in your head. And he finally had to concede that, yes, this is true. He actually doesn't know anything about Superman, has never really read a Superman comic, and probably shouldn't be just being like, Superman is dumb, or comic book movies are shallow, because what he's really talking about is his opinion of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and not, like, actual comic books. All right. What's my grenade like now? Oh.
As you carry your spark from this place,
Carry your spark, Jeff. Carry it from this place into the world. Let them know your spark.
Okay. It really tickles you, huh? My other person got a giant flaming hammer. This one got lightning powers. And then the poor hunters just get like a bow and arrow, I think. Kind of silly, but... All right.
So, I'm in San Antonio for Halloween. Are you going to do anything special for Halloween for the Ragers?
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking that, when we were talking about Halloween last week, I was thinking that you probably wouldn't have a bad time if you just dressed up and went downtown and roved as a group, right? It's not the best. It's not, quite as intimate as having like a party or a meetup or something like that. But you could probably do a lot worse than, I'll take spin metal. Gross. You probably do a lot worse than just kind of loosely getting together a bunch of people and going downtown and seeing what you could get figured out. Get rid of that. I don't like machine guns. But I don't think I'm going to be planning anything in particular. I'll probably be more concerned with figuring out what the hell it is I'm going to wear for Halloween. 55, 56.
Yes, John?
What?
It sounded like you had a question
No.
or a statement.
No.
You were breathing like you had words.
No. I was just breathing. Just,
All right. Let's do.
I didn't have anything to add to the conversation, so I apologize.
How about this one?
No, read.
Would Destiny be a cooler game if it was third person all the time, or could be switched over to third person?
No.
No.
I mean, no. I think it works as a first-person shooter. Yeah, I don't know that camera switch really means a whole hell of a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I don't think it does either.
So, John,
Yes.
is the Night Champions worth watching?
Sure, if you have the WWE Network.
Do you love it?
The WWE
You've
Network?
been doing super wrestly. You've been really wrestly lately.
What do you mean?
You want to tell us about your recent wrestly adventures?
You talking about the fact that last week Sunday I went to a local wrestling show for
Yes.
Inspire Pro, where a bunch of wrestlers from another promotion called Chikara came into town and wrestled the Inspire Pro wrestlers, which was awesome. I got a T-shirt that I'm wearing right now. It's Dasher Hatfield, one of my favorite Chikara wrestlers. He has a T-shirt that's themed after Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and I'm a huge lover of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
You ever
So,
beat Mike Tyson's Punch-Out?
yes, I have.
Okay.
I own it as well on the original Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I even own Super Punch-Out, which I've never beaten Super Punch-Out, but that's neither here nor there. But I love the original Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and so he has a shirt that's themed after that, where it's like instead of Mike Tyson's face, it's his face, and it says Dasher Hatfield. Dasher is waiting for your challenge. So I thought that was kind of cool, so I bought it. I'm wearing it. It's awesome. Friday, as a birthday gift to Amanda, I had bought us tickets to go to NXT Live here in Austin to watch NXT. I bought us these special VIP gold ring tickets, which are all supposed to be like ringside, front row kind of thing. And then also they were to come with a meet and greet with some of the superstars before the event. Event was great. The VIP tickets ended up being kind of a ripoff, but that's. And by superstars, plural, they meant superstar singular. So I only met one superstar. Or we only met one superstar, which was cool because it was Bull Dempsey, and I'm a really big fan of Bull Dempsey right now.
Yeah.
And then our seats, which were supposed to be on the rampway, ended up being on a stage in the back area behind all the video screens. So we couldn't watch anything. Like, we could watch the matches in the ring, but every time they were like, hey, look up these video screens and see what's playing. Couldn't see them because we were behind them.
Okay.
Because whoever decided the layout of this fucking of the building fucking didn't know what their ass from a hole in the ground. But I paid a lot of money for those tickets only to kind of feel like I got shafted.
Yeah.
But aside from that, the actual event itself was good. There were a lot of good wrestling matches. Saw a lot of my favorite wrestlers that are in NXT. So it wasn't a total wash, but I was still a little pissed off about all that. So.
All right. How many matches?
I mean, it was from 7 to 10 p.m., so there was like about 7 or 8 matches.
Mm-hmm.
There were quite a few.
Okay.
A couple title defense matches, a couple tag team matches, some good stuff.
Who will be in Reigns and Ambrose's partner tonight?
Apparently, the WWE doesn't know, so I have no idea. I was actually really hoping for Savio Vega, but it could be anybody. It'll probably be Randy Orton. I don't know.
Who's going to be the third Shield member, John? See, you
That's the
said
same-
There wasn't enough questions, and now you got all the questions.
I didn't say there was enough questions. I didn't say anything about questions. But yeah.
I was here looking for you when the first Fallen crews came through.
But
Where are you looking at,
Nothing.
Mr. Elevator?
Nothing.
Who's the Taken? Is that your girlfriend?
Yes, Liam Neeson. That's my girlfriend.
he will find you,
That's right.
and he will kill you.
Actually, John and I, or Joe and I, did an actual, honest to God, dojo and the same mission for patrons, and I think that right about this exact same time was when we started making the Liam Neeson taken jokes. All right. I really like the way that they went back in and added like doors to places that were dead ends before to make new areas. Like, I don't know if you know this, but you remember the first strike that you do in the game?
Yeah.
Where you kill Sepkus Prime, the big servitor?
Vaguely, yeah.
Like on the other side of that is where we went through a door to get to where we are right now.
Oh, nice.
And so this is like way up over the Cosmodrome.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, cosmodromes.
Oh, Cosmodromes.
So is this the only planet you live on?
No.
You can go to a couple different planets.
Yeah.
Are we on Earth right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cosmodrome is Russia.
Yeah.
Old Russia.
All right, back in business.
We're trying to get
I get to the top of the colony ship where I left my stash and watch your
we're trying to get some stealth tech to try to get on board the giant dull ship that we saw before.
Have you been at Barback before?
No.
Me either.
I have.
Oh, what was it like, John?
Got a lot of ice for people. 'Cause that's
Were
mostly
they
what.
hot?
What?
Were they real hot?
No, it's just ice for the
Oh
drinks.
crap! I'm used to.
No, it's like part of your job as a barback, one of many, is to make sure that the bartenders have ice so that they can make their drinks and stuff.
John was an ice man.
So I had to go fill a very large thing with buckets with ice and then carry them across long distances.
Nice.
Thus, the life
do
of
you
a
have
barback.
Super Mario Brothers shoes on? Is that how you made that jump?
Oh no, I have like double jump, triple jump powers.
But it was real smooth.
Yeah.
You
I
didn't-
wish they
Well-
were Super Mario Brothers jump shoes.
The
jump
first
boots.
time that I did it, I actually fell in the giant hole, so wasn't that smooth that time.
Do you think most games will come out unfinished and then refinished like this? Did you have to pay more for the finished kind?
No. Fuck you! I knew you were gonna do that, jerk.
Yeah,
Killed me
Mr.
like that last time.
Mr. Iceman.
I think that the way that I saw that question before, and I think that the people that are asking that, like, this game changed based on player feedback. So I don't necessarily think that when they originally announced or when they originally released Destiny, that was like an unfinished game. I do think that it's definitely a fuller experience. Like, I think that it was a mediocre game when it first came out, and I think it's really fun now, but I think a lot of that has to do with Bungie looking at, like, how people were playing the game for the last, 8-9 months, and then putting out these expansions and trying to tweak the way that the game was to make it fun to other people. So
Well, and it's like, here's the thing, like, and I will give Bungie, or give this game this. When it first came out, the shooting mechanics, the mechanics of what you're doing, were all pretty tight
oh, oops.
and worked.
Yeah.
You know, they were really good, and they felt natural, they felt good, it was fun to play in that regard, but there was just, everything else was just so fucking boring. There was little to no story, and it was like, oh, I want some story in my game. Well, here are these Grimoire cards. Go, leave the game, go to the website, and find your story.
Yeah.
But just play these missions over and over like an MMO. And it was like, that's not what I want out of my video games.
Crap.
Man, you cannot walk across those.
I'm having a really hard time today.
And so, and then I guess they listened to people's complaints and said, okay, well, let's put some of the story actually in the fucking game.
Yeah, they probably, I mean, you know, I think that they made this game with the best of intentions. Like, I don't think that they were trying to cash grab. I don't think that it's a bad game. I mean, as John said, I totally agree with you that the shooting has always been top notch. The story needed a little bit more. And once you, like, when you look at, I think there's like a $70 version that came out that is like the original. Oh, God damn it. Really? It's like the original game, and then both of the expansions, and then the new expansion.
Yeah.
So it's got all the stuff from the Season 1 DLC, and then it's got this. And that's like I sat down, the character that I'm playing right now, I sat down and played the game from level 1, very beginning, with this character. And then when I hit level 25, I switched over to my old character and I started playing all the Taken King stuff. And I played all the way through to the end. And between the House of Wolves and the Crota thing and the Taken King and all of the all the cutscenes that they added in and all of the changes they made to the equipment and the way the late game works and all that stuff. Okay. There we go. I think that it is a much, much better game than it was before, but I think a lot of that is, again, based on player feedback. That, I mean, I can only imagine because I can only compare it to, like, doing art, right? But sometimes when you're creating, you kind of get into a bubble that doesn't, okay. I don't know what just happened. I don't know why you turned me invisible. That's not something that I really wanted.
My thing was, and the reason I made the they went out of beta and went to full release joke earlier in the stream was that having played a lot of early access games and betas for Super Awesome Video Game Show, I still actually play a lot of those games. And it really, the first incarnation of Destiny, the disc without all the expansions, without any of the expansions, kind of felt like a lot of these early access games do. And that this feels like once those games get out of early access, where it was like, oh, well, some of them, not all of them, but some of them. Where it's like, well, now I feel like I'm getting, now I'm, and that's why I made the joke, is like, now I feel like I'm getting a full game. And again, that's not to say that what was there before wasn't a full game. It just wasn't what everyone.
I think it was a full game. It was an okay full game, and I think that this is a really fun full game. Like that they've augmented their solid shooting mechanics with some actual honest to god story and some cutscenes and a better loot system and a better gear system, and that all that added up together just makes it a better game. But I guess the answer to the original question, where people like, do you think that companies are going to keep putting out unfinished games and like patching them and stuff? I think that the boat for that particular, like being irritated by day one patches and stuff, has kind of sailed a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just now what you live with.
Yeah. I mean, the difference being, come on, dude, eat electric, eat electric. Yeah. I don't really have a serious problem with that. Also because I know the way that cert works and how long it can take to get rid of a single bug that's causing you to fail cert and stuff like that. It can be a real pain in the ass. So if you can take care of that, if you can like get your game on the way out to store shelves and take care of that stuff later, I think as long as companies don't abuse it, as long as they honestly don't put out half-finished games, which again, you're going to come to a thing where you make the argument that this was a half-finished game because this is what should have been the finished product. But I don't know that I really. Ooh.
Okay, guys.
Is that it?
It's time for lightning round.
Just killed Oryx.
Kill the Oryx. Stop killing the Oryx. They are obviously trying to keep the peace, and you are ruining it.
I want just one of these. I want a sword.
So, when will savages look at older titles?
So, will Super Awesome Video Game Show ever go back to looking at an older title, like a hidden gem, like we do sometimes? And I've got some various games that I'm contemplating, like just haven't gotten around to them. Like I am kind of at a point where I like to stockpile so that if we do run into a point where we don't have anything for beta or early access, something that we can throw out there.
What is your favorite JoJo?
The
one where we dance together.
Favorite JoJo?
Favorite
D-O-G.
dojo.
Oh, Dojo.
Yeah.
I was like, favorite JoJo? Like JoJo Offerman? I don't know.
Oh boy.
Jeff says anyone where he's next to Kayla dancing. Thank you.
I do like. I did go back and watch part of the one where we played Fantasia, where it's just you and me playing
Yeah.
Fantasia.
It was exhausting.
Spent 20 minutes. You got exhausted last week when we played Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time.
Because it was the best game ever.
Yeah.
Love that game. We'll talk about that after the break.
Okay.
Will there ever be a baseball game on a dojo?
There has been.
Yeah,
That's
go.
where stuffies were invented. MLB
What was
15.
it called?
MLB 15, the show.
So just look that up.
Yep.
Is there an author you have read every single piece of work they have ever put out?
Oh boy. I don't know.
yeah.
I think Frank Herbert's about as close as I've got. Oh, no, wait. No. Yes, William Gibson. I've read every one of his novels.
Pending. Requesting visual confirmation.
I mostly read autobiographical stuff in novel form, so like if you say like Chris Jericho, yeah, I've read all of his books.
There you
so.
go. Ta-da. I read up all of Mo Willems' books.
All of what?
Yeah, you're not a child anymore, but if you ever need me to read you a children's book, I can read you some Mo Willems' book.
Okay.
But don't let the pigeon drive the bus, Elephant and Piggy,
Okay.
my new toy.
About
You know.
an unsanctioned up
He also has this book for adults where he went
to
on a really long trip
Mm-hmm.
and he did a sketch a day about kind of his adventures. It was really great. So, are we getting more Dojo Minis?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the production pipeline for those
Test flight.
streamlined. So I hope so. But
Would you make love with a 50-foot tall Metal Gear if it had lady boobs?
no, that would be physically impossible.
Yeah, no.
That would be physically impossible
When does Skyrim end?
when you choose to let it end.
When are you going to play NBA 2K16?
Is NBA 2K16 even out?
Comes out at the end of the month.
Oh, probably not. If it comes out at the end of the month, we'll probably play Sword Coast Legends. I don't know. Maybe. We
Where
might.
does MSGV rank among other games?
All other games? That's really not a yes or no lightning round question. That's like a I'm going to talk about that for 3 hours and bore everybody to tears question.
John, why did you live in Denmark for a month?
I was visiting my brother who was in Denmark living there.
Has there ever been a game that made you cry?
Sure.
Yeah.
Say the name, babies.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
I know I've done it. I just can't think of what the fuck it was.
The Colossus game made me cry because you all are murderers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And would you rather have... Who would you rather have as president, Donald Trump or Kanye West?
That's a losing choice either way.
Kanye West, it would be more fun.
I don't know. I couldn't...
Less racist?
Yeah. I don't know, but he has his own little tickety doos.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like, we lose either way. No one wins.
That would mean that Kim Kardashian was the first lady.
That would be hilarious.
Is that what that means?
Yes.
Yeah, that
That's
would-
absolutely. That's my answer. I want Kim Kardashian as first lady of the United States of America. I want her to like go to other countries and be like our top diplomat and stuff. Yes.
Would you guys play Kane and Lynch and Savage Tits?
Oh, gross. Why?
Kane and Lynch 2 specifically is what they asked, I think.
Also, ew, gross. Why? The first 30 minutes of that is just looking at Kane's ass, his naked butt as he runs. Oh no, wait, that's like an hour in.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never played either of the
aren't very
Kane and
good
Lynch games.
Like those aren't exactly hidden gems. They're just they're. Kane and Lynch 2 isn't a horrible game, but it's not really a very good game either.
Yeah.
Just kind of blur.
What is the best barbecue in Austin?
I'm I'm not qualified to answer that question anymore.
Yeah.
I go to Rudy's.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
kind of the
Rudy's.
thing. Like, I know Rudy's is not the best barbecue in Austin because there is totally way better barbecue.
Yeah.
But I prefer Rudy's because, even when they have a long line, I'm not waiting 4 hours to get my fucking barbecue.
Yeah.
I know mine, and Jason Murphy is about to get stabbed
Mm-hmm.
because I told him this is a secret.
Uh-huh.
Really great barbecue. Don't tell anyone.
Mm-hmm.
He posted on Facebook, and he's about to get stabbed. And then I've asked him 3 times to take the post down,
Uh-huh.
and he has not taken it down.
Uh-huh.
And if he makes me have a long line or them selling out faster than they already do, stabbed. I'm never telling him about another good restaurant in South Austin ever again.
Okay. Wow.
But
Am I
Don't
allowed?
sm-
Am I allowed to ask what it is, or were you not
Off
telling?
mic.
Oh,
Off
off mic.
mic.
Okay.
I won't
okay.
even. Someone asked me to tell them
Mhm.
at a crowded bar. And
Yeah.
I said, last time I told someone about a really great food at a crowded bar, I couldn't go to that place anymore because it was crowded. So, oh my gosh. Yeah. People can tell that I like delicious things, and then they go, oh, I heard this place was delicious, and then they go, and I can never get what I like to eat anymore. Like, my favorite burger in town
Yeah.
sells out all the time.
How do you sell out burgers?
They only murder 1 cow a day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so
Was that
when-
like 8 hamburgers?
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
not-
Oh.
And
okay.
then, but postmodernism, if you let me know you're in town and it's not Christmas Eve, I will let you come with me and eat barbecue with me. And other people are like, Franklin's, I can't handle lines. I'd
Nope.
rather drive to Lockhart.
I think
Yep.
that's fucking ridiculous. I've eaten at Franklin's.
Yep.
I have actually gotten to eat there. Their barbecue's okay. It's
It's
good.
good.
It is good. But it's not. I'm gonna wait 4 hours in line for food good, and if I don't do that, I don't get it. They can go fuck themselves. They need to get a bigger place, and they need to have more food.
Yep.
It's as simple as that.
Yep. Yep. I mean, Kayla, you nailed it. You can drive to a town that is known for their barbecue, get barbecue, and then drive back to Austin in the time that it takes to wait in line for Franklin's barbecue.
And it's
Yes.
cheaper when you get there.
Yes,
So.
and I'm assuming with gas prices and everything, it would probably still be cheaper.
Yes.
What's your favorite gamer snack?
I don't snack. My hands are full of gaming equipment.
Oh my goodness. If I could snack,
Mm-hmm.
if I was not trying to become all svelty, cookies, Cheetos, crunchy Cheetos, beef jerky.
Jerky. That's probably my answer. Jerky. I love me some beef jerky.
Those pies, those like pies that are from that are all the way inside themselves.
Okay.
Pies that are all the way inside themselves.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm
Like,
saying okay
like, oh,
because
I think I sussed it out. Like one of the fried pies, like from the gas station. Is that what
Yeah.
you're talking about? Get out of my field of view. I'm trying to look over here. I don't think we have time to do another thing. We might take. You guys want to take an early break today? I don't want to start up something else. We only
Okay.
have 10 minutes until break time, or 9 minutes until break time. So I'm thinking maybe we could take a break early and then come back at like
you want to hear something really crazy?
4:35.
Because I haven't been here in 2 weeks, I totally forgot when the break was supposed to be, and I actually thought it was already supposed to have happened.
Oh no, we got.
I'm
8
sitting here
minutes.
going, I was like, shouldn't we have already gone to break by now?
Yeah. All right. Well, here I'm gonna get my dance on, and then we'll go to break, and then when we come back, we will have more dancing, more robot popping and locking, and yeah. So give us 15 minutes. We'll be right. Welcome back, everybody. We're dancing. We're doing.
I love it. I
robot-
was
robot
so
dances.
excited about that I'm actually really sad that you might actually play now.
Yep. A robot doing the robot or something.
Popping
there.
and locking.
Popping and locking. All right, Destiny, let's go ahead and get up into the world and get to it because we got more destinations in our destinies to destroy.
What does this all mean?
I don't know.
What is real in life?
That's the Lamentations, right? See your enemies driven before you.
I don't
No,
know.
that's what's best in life, not what's real in life.
Oh, okay.
She's asking what's real in life.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and.
And that's a good question because, some scientists believe that we're all actually just holograms and don't actually exist.
Interesting.
So,
Jeff, if
Yes.
you were a hologram, what risks would you take?
That's a very specific question. All of them. All of the risks.
Well,
Would
guess what,
you-
Jeff? You're a hologram. Go take those risks.
I don't believe you.
Would you
Okay.
jump off a thing?
Sure. If you're just made out of light, why not? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Depends on the rules of being a hologram. What hologram rules do you go by? Like Arnold Rimmer rules, or like the Doctor from Star Trek rules, or like holograms and gem
Or
rules,
Automan
or
rules.
Automan rules. Yeah, Automan does rule.
Yeah, it does. That show was only 12 episodes?
I don't know. I remember seeing it when I was a kid, and it left a big impression on me.
I remember watching it on reruns infinitely when Sci-Fi Channel first launched.
So while you guys were listening to ads, I was talking about nachos.
Mm-hmm.
That is a large thing of nachos.
Yeah, I'm going to go there for my cheat day. So my diet is for 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
And then John Rubio and I are going to go to Chacho's. And look at these nachos, brother. Brother.
I can't even see any chips. It's just cheese.
Yeah.
That is some cheese-covered chips.
And it's covered with meat and all those good things. And their biggest one
Yeah.
is called King Kong nachos.
So that's not even their biggest one. What you showed us.
Right.
Wow.
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 And it's like we were talking during the break how there's places that aren't necessarily the best, but they're just consistently good and have tasted like the same for 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chacho's nachos. And one of my friends, this nacho plate is as big as my whole body is round.
Yeah.
And it's also as tall as my face. You're supposed to share it with 8 people, but I say no thank you.
Yeah. Whenever restaurants are like, you're supposed to have 6 people for this, it's just like, don't you judge me. Shush.
One of my friends, he likes the big beautiful women's.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to work at Chacho's just because they would always come in there and order their own King Kong nachos. And he's like, yeah, he loved it. That was his favorite job.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So now we're on top. We're on the big ship.
So
Kayla.
everyone's asking me about paper.
Papers, please.
Yeah.
I think they're probably answering the questions about favorite dojos.
Oh.
It's Papers, Please was one. It was an Indie Friday. Jason and I did that ended up being real fun. Because Papers, Please is where you work the border checkpoint at this Eastern European country, and you have to check people's passports and stuff, and then you have to deny them entry into the place they want to go to. Sometimes they get killed, and yeah.
It's a very depressing and soul-crushing game.
It basically makes you into the dude at the DMV who is being a jerk, just by giving you a set of game rules, and then all of the players are trying to essentially break the game rules.
I'll check with Eris. Yeah, she says it's probably just a resonance spell, whatever that is. So just don't trust anything.
There's also a place in San Antonio that I desperately want to take a group, but I tell Jeff this. I go, I don't have social gravity. I'm really good at finding people who have social gravity and going. But you need at least 6 people to be there in your party before they'll make it for you. But it's a 4-foot wide pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the crust is actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no medical trays.
What is? Wait. What? Why? What?
You know, a medical tray where they put all their scalpels and things like that.
Uh-huh.
That's what they use for plates for the
Oh.
pizza because the slices are so long and narrow.
Wow. Okay. That's odd. All right.
Good luck with the weapon.
And it's so good.
Shush, Nathan.
Love
Fillion.
it.
Hive keep vital operations deep in the core get your hands dirty.
It's called Big Lou's Pizza. It's so much fun. So yeah, you
So
need
you've
to
been
arrange
there
a party.
before?
Yeah.
Is it good? Is it good pizza?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, the sauce is medium. It's
Gen-
not my favorite sauce,
Yeah.
but the crust is good and the food is good.
Generally speaking, my pizza tends to make me bad things happen
So you just need to invite a bunch of friends.
in my guts.
Kate, what do we do?
Um,
Okay, hold on.
yeah,
There's a
yesterday.
drama breaking the
Yesterday, I went to this thing where, like, refreshments were served for people, and one of them was like a thing of hummus. And I swear to God, I sat there and ate like half of it.
Jesus.
I just like, man, I won't stop with hummus. Hummus is one of those things where like, I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna have one more thing of hummus. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let the chat decide, guys.
That
What was the
if
chat
you should
deciding?
eat hummus or not?
Oh, no,
well,
what I-
garlic hummus is
what I-
obviously the right choice, or roasted tomato hummus.
Yes, that is. We found out that at the bar by my house, they actually have a like roasted red pepper hummus plate that has like
Oh.
fresh pita and then like cucumber and carrot slices that you can dip in the hummus as well. It was pretty delicious. No, okay. So for dinner tonight, I'm thinking I got 3 ideas, and I'm thinking about letting the chat decide what
So
I have for dinner.
it's like Allison does, like the real life choose your own adventure books.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, except that I'm not going to give them. I know what happens when you give Rach like complete control over your life.
But if you only give them, like, she would only give them 2 choices that she would think are okay.
Yeah.
There's a stream
And then
Um,
they choose the 2 choices.
concentrated within that field.
Okay, come out here, you jerk.
So you're waffling between 2 things.
3 things.
3 things.
3 things. I got 3. Oh,
A
God.
tub of frosting.
A tub of frosting. That's number 1.
Your snot.
Yeah, it's not just boogers. Nothing but boogers.
And hummus and carrot sticks.
Hummus and carrot sticks. Right. Actual food is the 3rd one.
So I'm betting the chat chooses the Booker's option.
Right. I would think so. Or maybe hummus.
I mean, unless they want to be,
Damn, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're not supposed to actually kill this guy. He's too.
oh, that
He's too
guy?
powerful. Yeah. Thalnok, fanatic of Crota. So yeah, that was a test to see what you guys picked. But then I would give you people some actual food choices that's not like 2 gross ones and 1 not gross one, and then I know that you guys are going to pick the gross one. Or one of the 2 gross ones.
Okay, well, quick.
Yes. What?
I want to
Choose.
hear your Kobayashi menu.
Oh, okay. Pizza. So I get Austin's Pizza Pesto.
You just said that it hurts your tum-tum.
Yes, but there's a specific pizza that I get that's a pesto thin crust pizza from Austin's Pizza, which is where all the Austin's Pizza boxes in my downstairs come from, that does not make my guts turn into fiery angry lava. Choice number 2 would be barbecue. All this barbecue talk has made me want to go to Rudy's and pick up a pound of delicious barbecue. Also, I was watching a TV show, and there was a guy that was like just like eating ribs in a really, really kind of almost pornographic way, and it was just like, man, I want to get some ribs. And number 3 is Chinese food, because who doesn't like Chinese food? It's delicious, and you don't have to tell them not to put any cheese on it because it doesn't have any cheese on it by default. And I absolutely love it. So those are the choices: pizza, barbecue, Chinese food, and I will let the chat tally up their bananas, and then they can tell me what they think the appropriate answer should be.
Okay, deal.
So,
All right, chat, decide.
and I like the fact that I can already see that people are like, and I guess this was probably before I actually put the individual choices out there.
Right.
But when you give people a rage select a choice, like, would you like A, B, or C? And they're like, D, E, Q, the number 4. Like, they immediately just start screaming out things, and it's like,
I'm going to be honest. A lot of people are saying barbecue.
a lot of people saying barbecue.
Yeah, one person said pizza. 2 people said Chinese, but mostly everyone said barbecue.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that you can go over there. You can do that later on. Ooh, look at that. Secret platform.
There you go. You and I are gonna have barbecue in 2 different locations.
All right. Yours will be better than mine. Yeah. But that's all right, because even really crappy barbecue
It's good.
Is good. It's just giant slabs of meat that have been smoked for hours.
I don't
on
know.
end.
I've had barbecue that I've put aside.
I will. When I was in Minnesota once, and I was a bunch of the people that are like, "Oh my God, you're from Texas. We have this great, barbecue place. I don't even remember the name of it, but it was like we have this great barbecue place, and you need to go, and you should go. It'll be just like you're back home or whatever." I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever." It was the most bland, non-flavor barbecue I've ever eaten in my entire life. It tasted like I was eating cardboard. Luckily, the next day me and a friend were driving around and we found like this like hole in the wall just called like something Taste of Texas Barbecue or something like that. It's just like a hole in the wall place. Walk in, there's all these like Texas license plates on the wall, and talk to the guy, and the guy's like, "Oh, hey, welcome. I just opened this business within the last couple of weeks." And we're like, "Oh, cool." And they're like, "So you ready for a taste of how barbecue in Texas actually tastes?" I'm like, "Well, we're from Texas." And they're like, he's like, "Oh shit, let me go get something different for you guys then," because I've actually had to tone down what I make for the people here.
Oh, nice.
Because most people won't eat it because it's too spicy or too flavorful or something.
I don't really associate barbecue with a lot of spicy.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't
guess
either.
You got the rub, right?
Yeah.
Something outside that sometimes that can be a little like peppery.
Like the sauce maybe.
Right.
Sauce can be, the barbecue sauce can be like spicy or whatever. But it was just weird. It was just like he actually was like, "Yeah, I have to cook it differently," because he was like, I opened and then like I had to like close the store for a week so I could refigure out my recipes because no one was liking what I was making. Yet this was same recipes I would make in like Texas and have no problems.
Yeah.
And like people would be like, "Oh, it was great." So I had to rethink my recipe and I actually had to tone down some of the flavor a little bit.
My sister, when she was in college, had this barbecue place that was by her college that sold Memphis style barbecue. Is that like one of the like Tennessee style barbecue?
Yeah, there's some Tennessee.
Or like pork with coleslaws on top of it and stuff like that. And she was like, I talked to her on the phone when she was in college every like once every couple semesters. Oh man. And she would keep telling me how great this place was, and then we went up there for a graduation, and we went there, and I was like, but she's from here. I'm just like, it's it was pretty good, but I think it was mostly because that was the place that she had when she was in school. Like I know that when I lived in Seattle, I started going nuts because I couldn't find a decent Mexican restaurant that was worth a damn. Like they didn't even. I don't know why. I don't know if. Like I seem to remember this, but it surely can't be true. I don't even remember there being a Taco Bell that like I could go to that I didn't have to like drive for 20 minutes to get to. Like there wasn't a Taco Bell anywhere near where I lived. Fortunately, when I moved downtown, I finally found this place called Bimbo's Bitchin' Burritos and was able to get a decent burrito. But yeah, for a while there, like there was this one horrible place that had just terrible tacos. Should have been called Taco Terrible.
Activating transmat link. Our ship is inbound.
Oh, do you guys just okay?
Oh no, you can't respawn. What will you do?
Die.
Landed a guardian of the dreadnought without authorization?
Brr.
All right. Can I have authorization?
I'm the guy from Fridge.
We'll discuss it later. Guardian, take care of that tank, or the transmat zone won't matter.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the tank.
So who's that? Who's Mr. Lightning Face?
Me?
Wait, you're so far away.
Yeah, when I do that, then it zooms out.
It's an out-of-body experience.
Yes.
Like when you look at the mirror for 20 minutes
Yes.
in the dark
Tell me
by
about
yourself.
the dark mirror for 20 minutes thing. I don't know what that is.
It's like your body by focusing on just yourself in the mirror. They say it's actually also something like there. Have you ever done the 30 questions to fall in love?
No, I don't know what that is.
Ooh, we should do some. We should fall in love today, Jeff.
What? Wait, what? I would like some explanation of what you're talking about. I don't like how excited you are about this.
The 36 questions to fall in love.
Uh-huh.
And they say it will make anyone fall in love if they're into it.
Oh, wait. So you ask them those questions and then
Yeah,
they fall
but then
in
they
love?
have this one part where you had to stare in each other's eyes for a while. John Rubio refuses. He's the worst, and this is why we're not in love. We're just roommates.
It's because he won't
Wow.
do your magical spell, like a psychological mojo, like love
It's
potion
not-
number 9 thing.
It's not.
Love questions number 30 something.
Oh man. Okay. Level 29. Look how fast that went. It was level 25 when we started.
So, given the choice of anyone in the world, who would you want as a dinner guest? That's question 1. Let's fall in love, chat. They would like Satan.
Satan.
I don't think that's an answer to that question. I think that's just somebody who said something.
What
and
would
Satan
who
there.
would you have, John?
Who would I have as a dinner guest?
Back to the old tower.
Tim Schafer.
Who's that?
He's a video game maker for head of Double Fine, which is a company. I'd probably say Tim Schafer. I think he'd be interesting to have over as a dinner guest.
Jeff. Fall in love.
I'm trying to think.
People in the chat are saying Patrick Stewart. His Mark Maron podcast was great. He speaks this crazy British that's all gibberty jabberty, like from. It sounds like Chaucer.
I'd probably like to have a conversation with Jason Pargin, a.k.a. David Wong, the guy that wrote John Dies at the End, who's on the Cracked podcast all the time, because I think that dude's real smart. I'd like to pick his brain.
They'd also like to be with Christoph Waltz, Gordon Ramsay, Oscar Wilde, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, are we talking about this? Is this just like anybody in the history of all of the world, living or dead?
Given a choice of anyone in the world, who do you want as a dinner guest?
Alive or dead?
Alive or dead?
Sure, why not? I don't care.
Oh,
I'm just falling in love with you, Jeff.
okay.
Go slow.
okay.
We're only on question 1.
All right.
Chat.
I need to know what the specifics of your questions.
I love
You've ruined
how-
it, Jeff. You
Okay.
could never ever be in love.
We're not in love anymore. It's no more love for you, Jeff. You're too picky with your questions.
Yeah, John Rubio's like, this is so stupid, it would never happen anyways. I'm like,
If I could go anyone in the history of anything, I would probably say Jim Henson.
nice, that's a great one.
I would love to have dinner with Audrey Hepburn. She seems like a real sweetheart.
More answers from the chat. Carl Pinkleton. He would be so much fun. We'd just be crabby together.
Uh-huh.
Dean Ambrose, John Marston, Jeff, Hannibal.
That I'm in between John Marsden and Hannibal.
Jared from Subway, Douglas Adams.
Why would you
Jim
want
Henson?
Jared from Subway?
Probably
you
just
could,
to talk to him, like get into his psyche.
Mm-hmm. Punch him in the nuts.
I would love to have dinner with Barack
Oh.
Obama.
Oh.
Like, I love his voice and have him like just talking about ridiculous thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hannibal Montana said Carl Pinkleton, Pinkling. His
Is
last
that Pinkerton?
Pinkle,
Pilkington.
Pilkington. Pilkington.
is
yeah.
my soulmate. I love his shows. Idiot Abroad is so good. And he also was on Derek for a while.
I never watched that.
Oh my
Is that
God.
good?
If you like to cry like a baby because everything's so sweet.
So no. Not a big fan of baby crying on a regular basis.
Jeff had said I would be great on a Ricky Gervais show. I don't know if you would know what to do with me.
I don't think he would. Let's see what we got. 145. Rid of that.
Let's see.
What do I got here? New grenade.
So how do you feel now? Do you feel more in love?
No.
Well, it's just 1. We're at 1.
Right.
Should we save 1 for every week?
It's
And then-
gonna take an awful long time, Kayla. But sure.
But then in 36 weeks,
Mm.
in half a year, you would be in love.
With who we don't know, but
no, like
with
the
with
community.
someone, you would love your community, and your community would love you.
Yeah.
How do you know that I don't already? in my own way.
Well, you haven't answered all these questions yet, have you, Jeff?
Well, that's true. It's
So
true.
therefore, you don't know what love is.
If
You only
I-
think you know.
If I loved the community, I would answer all the questions immediately and ask them about seasons and things.
So, but that was really interesting. I like that the chat would want to talk with interesting people.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize they were so thoughtful. Or is it because they think they would have enough to talk about? Like, is the chat so shy that they... Like, I think the president would listen to me. Like, is that so bad? Like, where they have people who I think would almost be like doing a lecture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would talk a lot. Like, sometimes my grandparents will have these dinner parties, and I love it because they all have such interesting things to say, and everyone's very analytical and has very different opinions, but it's kind of a melting pot.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's one of those things where you're like, this is great, but every once in a while, someone who just never stops, like, comes, and I'm like, oh, stop. Like, I can only handle 5-minute sound bites. Like, like I like it when it's more of a everyone smushing together.
Mm-hmm. I think that I'm more prone to just droning on these days. But I couldn't be. I could not be for certain about that.
Seems like the chat wants you to ask all the questions now. They want to know what love is, Kayla, and they want you to show them.
Someone's listening to us at Target on their Twitch app on their phone.
At the store Target.
Yes.
Weird.
What game should they buy this second?
Oh, I don't know what games they have.
Well, what game do you like that's come out in the last 6 months?
This one,
Girl.
Destiny,
Okay.
the new Destiny
Buy
expansion.
Destiny.
Metal Gear Solid 5 is pretty good.
And then to balance
Buy
things,
Mario Maker.
Mario Maker, if you have a Wii, sure. Wii
to
U.
balance things out, we'll ask a Sunday streaming question.
Yeah.
And then maybe it'll neutralize your love for us, like
Bounce me back and forth between
the forum
Before
and the love building questions.
love and then by the end I'll just be a normal person.
Right.
Yeah, you'll be able to walk out of this house and have a normal life. It'd be crazy.
It'll be weird. Oh, wait, that's the one where you gotta.
Can you do the nay-nay?
I do not know what that means.
Nay, nay.
Can you whip? Can you nay-nay?
Well,
Whip, whip.
It's a dance thing.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't go to weddings.
I don't. Actually, last week a friend of mine announced. Like, I haven't been on Facebook, but a friend of mine. I still see the little side post thing, and a friend of mine posted, and she said she was getting engaged, and it made me sad because she's like the youngest one of my friends, and I was like, oh, all right, well, there you go, congratulations. Also, I'm sad. So,
But
no,
if
I
you
don't
knew
go to
how to
weddings.
nay, nay,
Jeff,
you wouldn't be so sad
the
anymore.
best part about Jeff is that he's terrible at dancing.
Really terrible.
And if you want me to laugh for 90 minutes straight, just have him do one of those Just Dance video things again. Oh
I
my
tell you, like
gosh.
on Christmas Day, I think after we had opened all the presents and I had brought my dog over to the house that my sister was living at, and like I decided to take my dog on a walk and put on last year's Just Dance, I believe, for my parents, and came back and they were all just watching me dance, rolled around on the ground laughing, and I was like, "Yep, I'm ridiculous, all right."
It's great.
Yep. What are you
All
guys
right,
doing?
now it's time for everybody's favorite section of the game show called What Did We Play Last Week, Kayla?
Kayla, what did we play last week?
Well, I know because you said it
Yeah.
before the break. We played that Lovers in a Space Time.
Yes.
And
Gold tier. What?
Jeff and I were in a circle,
Yeah.
and we were collecting bunnies in his love canal. Like, there was a love canal problem, and we needed bunnies and frogs to power the hole.
Yes.
And we had to watch out for things in this thing, and we both had to work together. It was teamwork. It was really great. It was the best game we've ever played.
And Kayla also got very tired.
My arms hurt so bad. I had to go home and ice my thumbs.
And I realized that because at the time you said, I've never played a game for this long before, and I didn't really understand that until I started thinking about it and realized that you probably don't play games in 12-hour stints like I do.
No.
You probably play games in, an hour at a time. And then I was like, yeah, but there was that one weekend where you played Hatoful Boyfriend, and then I realized, yeah, but you didn't have to, do anything in Hatoful Boyfriend.
I just pushed B.
Yeah, you were able to just pick a thing. It wasn't like you had to coordinate your thumbs. Where is the place that I'm thinking of?
But it moved really smoothly. It was great. It was good fun. It had enough puzzles. And I felt like I didn't bog you down.
No, you were the one who got us out of a whole bunch of stuff.
So I really like that.
Yeah.
I like that I didn't bog you down.
No. It was great.
I highly recommend it. It would be fun to play.
Yeah, Lovers in Dangerous Space Time is one of the better couch co-op games that I've played recently. Let's see, is it over here?
I would love to see how the story continues, because it also had a kind of a fun story.
Yeah, I mean, it started with the what was it? The love generator broke, and then there was hateful darkness showed up in the world, and you had to get out there with the love ship.
Have you played that game, John?
I have not.
You haven't played in Jeff's Love Canal?
No. We did play what was that early access game? Shift Happens.
Shift Happens, yeah.
Where we basically just ended our friendship.
Yeah.
By the end of the video.
Yeah, John and I hate each other.
Yeah, I actually hate Jeff.
Yeah.
So.
It was a game where you would grow and shrink. God damn it! I don't know how to get to the place that I want to get to. You would grow or shrink, and then you would have to solve these puzzles with your growing or your shrinking. But only one person could be big and one person could be small at a time. So it ended up being the sort of thing where you could really mess people up. All right.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm just gonna
cause them to die.
I'm just gonna kill these guys.
It was fun.
Yeah. No, it was fun.
It's like when we were playing that game where it kept popping your bubble. You had a bubble around you. It was maybe a year ago.
Super Mario?
Did we have played Nintendo
Is
games?
that a Mario one?
We can't make 50-cent Sundays.
That's right.
Oh, that was the other question. And I totally forgot about when we were talking about Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That, do you remember when Taco Bell used to have 50-cent Sundays, and you could get tacos for 50 cents? And
Nope.
you would go and buy 40 tacos for $20?
Nope. No idea what it is that you're talking about.
Never
was
experienced
great.
that.
I remember when you used to be able to get a box of tacos for $3 or something. Because I remember that was when we were poor, and we would get the big Taco Bell taco box.
The family box.
Yeah, and then we just sit around and eat a bunch of Taco Bell tacos until it doesn't take more than about 5 Taco Bell tacos to be just like, I am tired of Taco Bell tacos. Are you still hungry? Yes, but I am not going to eat any more of these wretched Taco Bell tacos.
Was it Rayman?
Rayman?
The bubble thing.
Oh, what Rayman game? Oh, maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's possible.
I remember playing that game and loving it, and it had good music, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Rayman Legends, or well, I don't know which
With
one
the
we
loons.
played. Yep.
But I just remember I kept getting too close to you and popping your bubble, and you'd be like, blah, 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 blah.
I think that might have been a Sunday non-streaming front-loading for Christmas 2 years ago.
Okay.
Because I don't think you were there, John.
No, I wasn't.
Uh,
This was definitely before my my schedule changed and I actually could show up on Sundays.
yeah. Okay. This is a part that they added into this game that I'm not.
So,
super
Jeff,
happy
what are
with.
we doing? What is this? What are we doing? We're
right,
trying to make it to the spaceships.
Right now, the next mission to actually do in the game is for level 30 people, and I'm only level 29. So we're doing a thing that they've kind of patched into the game where we're going to an earlier level, and you see how on the right-hand side of that little thing that pops up that says Fallen Ether? When we kill these guys, they're dropping this Fallen Ether, and we're picking it up, and we're going to use it to basically, this quest that we've got is like a scavenger hunt, basically. So I need 25 Fallen Ether, 1 Curious Object, 2 Taken Champions, and 15 Blighted Ether. Oh, shit. Why don't I just do this instead? Boop. I forgot you don't need to go back to the Citadel to turn in your quest lines anymore.
S Audio found it it's an old Sparkle Fandango that you and I did.
Oh, okay.
And he said it's 2 years ago. I was like, it's like 9 months ago.
On casting Storm Trance.
So you excited about Doctor Who?
Oh, shit, Doctor Who's back on.
Yeah, haven't watched
forgot.
it yet.
I haven't watched it. Yeah, I watched the new South Park last week. I tried to watch that Neon Dazzle show.
Neon Dazzle?
Like it's an animated show.
Oh yeah, it's kind of done up like an
the Vargas
80s
style,
like
or Vargas.
80s anime.
Well, no. It's like who? Kayla, is it Varga, the guy that did like the white skin and the black hair in the 80s, like pinup posters,
No
like Duran
clue.
Duran music video cover. Somebody in the chat, tell me that's who I'm thinking of.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but like the whole show is like it's like a weird 1980s neon detective.
Will Forte.
Yeah, and the problem with it is that they've got too many good, well-known actors doing voices in it that it's really distracting to me. Like the main character is Rob Lowe,
Yep.
and then Elizabeth Banks or whatever is like the
What channel is it on?
Comedy
it's on
Central.
Comedy Central. It's on after South Park. Dude, quit picking up missions. I don't want to do missions. Missions are for jerks.
So the voices are distracting, but you liked it?
I didn't like it
Oh.
because the voices kept distracting me.
Moonbeam City.
Moonbeam City, right? It was hard for me to imagine those. Like, I kept hearing Rob Lowe, not like the voice of the character, or I kept hearing Elizabeth Banks and not the actual character that person was supposed to be. Oh shit.
Yeah, the advertisement, the trailer for it made me kind of feel like someone in the chat just said this. Made it kind of feel like someone was trying to do their own Archer.
Yeah. I don't think it really worked all that well. I mean, I turned it off halfway through, and I was like, well, it was one of those things where I paused it halfway through watching it and was like, I'm going to pause this, and then I'll be back later. And then when I came back, I was like, I don't really want to watch any more of that show. God damn it. Jerks and your traps. Trap jerks.
They say Moonbeam City on Rotten Tomato has 18%.
Yeah, it was weird because it was getting good. I think it was getting like some good like press reviews, but I was wondering whether it was one of those cases where it's like, no, it's just somebody is paying off press people. Oh wait, hold on, this isn't going to work, is it? I don't think this is going to work. I can't. Okay, there's a specific area that I need to find that I can't remember how to get to in the frickin' Cosmodrome.
I can't help you.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, that was really dismissive. I appreciate that you want to help me, John.
So would you like to be famous?
Bitch, I am famous.
And in what way?
I
You
want
like to be a famous video game player?
my very own cooking show where I make
Cooking with Jeff.
sandwiches. All different sorts of sandwiches. All right, I don't care about
What about you, John?
I there was a time when I wanted to be a decently well-known voice actor, but I've kind of, moved past that. I'd still love to do it, but,
I would like to own the rights to and resurrect the Looney Tunes the way that they should be resurrected, and not as some like horrible spin-off bull crap. I just want to bring back like Chuck Jones style Looney Tunes, just make more of them because they're my favorites.
So, when I was dabbling in being famous,
Mm-hmm.
it was strange because people would always want me to do things for free for exposure, and it's like, no, you don't understand. I already have exposure.
Right.
Like, I need money, not exposure. So I would like to be famous in the way where I got money.
Yeah, I can understand that one.
Money
That-
famous.
The
Yeah.
argument of you should do this for exposure is bullshit. It's
It
just
is.
it means that they want your name but don't want to pay you.
Correct.
Right.
That's exactly what when someone says I want you to do this and you should do it for exposure, what they're saying is I need your name recognition, but I don't want to pay you, so do this for free.
Which is all the time.
Which is any artistic thing, that's what's going to happen. I mean, it's fucking bullshit.
Yep.
But
Don't ever
like
do that.
when I got to be a judge for a hamburger competition and eat 4 delicious hamburgers, that was awesome.
Oh, okay. I remember how to get to where I'm going now.
Hey Jeff,
Yes.
Professor Dog is always on the dojo, isn't he?
Professor Dog is everywhere, always.
Yeah.
If you're in my house, he's here. You're just visiting. Whoop, 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 whoop. He pays rent. Whoop. Okay, there we go.
So what about you, chat? As we fall in love with you, would you like to be famous and in what way? Question number 2 of falling in love.
I'd like to be famous enough that it doesn't make sense to me why people don't just do what they love the most in life. Where I'm just like, I don't understand. You should just do what you like, and like, if your job doesn't make you happy, just I don't know why I'm a surfer while I'm giving that advice. but
I'm Jeff.
I'm Jeff. All right, here we go.
Hang 10, dude.
Listen, Guardians, intel says we have a high-value target in this vicinity.
Shut up.
You know what to do.
Shut up. Stupid Shanks. All right. up
People
here.
say they don't want to be famous or they want to be famous on Destiny. I used to have a friend who used to have like a video game sports team,
Mhm.
and they would have like people pay them money like with like endorsements.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
Like-
video game players do that.
That was always like whoa, and now he does it for frisbee golf.
Frisbee
like
golf endorsements?
his jobs have always been like he was a pro level video game player,
Mhm.
and then now he's a pro level frisbee golf player.
Well, it's go pro or go home.
Oh, fuck. This is the wrong place, isn't it? Yep. Wrong place again. Nuts.
Merlin Introspective says he wants to be famous in the way they went to seek me out and talk to me. So Merlin Introspective, what do you have to talk about?
Yeah.
We're seeking you out. You're now famous. Neg Primer wants to be a video game designer.
I'd like to design my own video game someday. I've actually been thinking about there was like an adventure game that just came out that had like a bunch of tools in it to make your own adventure game as well.
Oh yeah?
Yep. It was in early access, I believe. Okay, where am I thinking of?
Do you remember what it was called? Or is that a bad question to ask while you're currently trying to think of something else?
No, I'm trying to remember. There's one area here in this. There's one place in this part of the game, in this open world, where the Hive and the Fallen are fighting each other constantly, and that is the area that I want to be in, because that is where I will get all the things that I need to complete this quest in one place. I don't remember what it was called, John, but I'm sure it'd be pretty easy to find. I mean, it was just rolling through Steam. I think it was called something about pigs. Somebody look up, go to newly released games, and the reason that I noticed it was because when I was going down, it had a thumbs up rating, but it had like 50 ratings as opposed to everything else that just come out that had like 4 or 5 ratings.
Okay.
So I looked at it, and it's like it is an adventure game, but it also has these adventure
Lazy
games.
Krogan is saying you should follow him. He'll take you to that exact same place that you're asking
I
about.
think that I'm going there already. Or if I'm not, then eventually we'll go back to that. Go!
And then, hey guys, do you like strip clubs?
Nope.
No.
I'm medium. I would rather go to a burlesque show.
I actually will agree with you on that. Because I think burlesque shows are much more entertaining because it's someone on stage.
And it's funnier.
They're funnier. They're putting on a show. They're giving you a performance. Whereas a strip club, it's like, okay, look, I don't need to give someone money to pretend grind on my lap.
Damn it.
That doesn't do anything for
Yeah.
me. But watching someone do a burlesque performance where they're actually doing a performance and they're telling jokes sometimes. Sometimes they're not telling jokes.
Fine,
Just
go,
depends on the
go.
type of performance. That's all very interesting to me. So I agree with you.
Yes.
I'll follow
I agree with you
Go.
completely on that.
Go. Go.
And
I think he's
don't
saying
know, and
follow
even
him.
Like
I am.
the male strip clubs are weird, especially if there's like what's it called?
Wing wang? Butts?
No,
don't
like
know
a
what-
small One time my friend had her
Banana
bachelorette
hammock?
party on a Tuesday, and we were the only bachelorette party, and it was like 5 girls, and then it was people who were there for real to sexualize men.
Right.
Like, and that's really like hard for me to take that over sexualization.
I, for one, just can't, like, I don't know. It's the sort of thing where it's like, I know that you're being nice to me because I'm giving you $20. And, like, I'd rather just spend my $20 on something else. I don't really understand strip clubs all that much. I had a friend who, not my friend anymore, but this guy that used to be a friend of mine that just loved him. Loved him. Wanted to go all the time. Like, if you said, hey, man, do you want to go to the strip club? Like, his face would light up. And it actually really sucked because his girlfriend really did not want him to go to strip clubs. But he was all into it. I personally was just like, I can think of way better things to put my 20s in than strippers. So,
You don't put them in strippers, Jeff. You were doing it wrong. That's why
Oh.
they wanted you to leave.
is that the problem? Is that the
Yep.
problem? I'll tell you, I had one good time at a strip club. I had one excellent time at a strip club, and it was a friend of mine was dating this, or was kind of going on like a first or second date with this really creepy dude, and she agreed to go with him to the strip club, but was like, yeah, but my friend Jeff is going to come along to look out for me. And
What happened?
he loaded. He just zoomed up ahead. My friend Jeff is going to come along to watch out for me. So this guy basically was really trying to hook up with my roommate. And so what he did was he took us to the strip club of his choice and then, like, threw money and women at me for nothing to try to keep me occupied while he wooed my my roommate. That was the best time I ever had at a strip club because it was just like, hey, everything's free. Great. This is exactly. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Who left the fire team?
Lazy Krogan. I got error code Anteater.
So where's the podcast?
Podcast will be up very soon after this is over. Probably within about 45 minutes to an hour. As well as the replay for Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time that I'll have up at some point.
Dun dun dun.
We got Dojos coming up tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Monday, Tuesday, we got the Super Awesome Video Game Show in the pipe. John and I got a brand new Patreon video you guys will be seeing tomorrow. Got some other Patreon videos you guys will be seeing. All right, I think that this is the direction. So I'm going to try this direction. Mojo JDH.
Here's falling in love question number 3.
Okay.
And the chat was like, Kayla's not falling in love with us. She's not answering.
What was number-
Lazy Krogan said the game kicked him out.
What was
Oh.
What was question number 2?
That was.
Do you want to be famous?
Would you like to
Oh.
be famous and in what way?
Oh, I thought that was like a chat question.
No,
forum
I let you
question.
know when it's theirs, like the strip club one.
Okay.
But I don't want to go to strip club. But I will go to a Christmas burlesque if you want me to.
Okay.
3. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say? Why do you do that?
I don't make telephone calls, so no, I don't generally.
Never, not even to turn on your electricity.
Well, okay, I make some telephone calls, but when I do not rehearse ahead of time what I am going to say.
Yeah, I typically don't rehearse it either.
Oh my goodness, I do.
So
Big
rehearse.
time. And when I was a little girl, I used to be scared of the phone because you couldn't get all the micro expressions.
Yeah,
And with my parents, micro expressions are really important.
yeah.
And I would just have sobbing fits to have to talk on the phone. So my dad would have to write me letters
Like
so
to
that
read?
we could, huh?
Like to read to the people that called?
No,
Like a
to
script?
read because he lived in a
Ah.
different state than we did when they were divorced, and
Oh.
so that's the only way I would communicate with my father.
Oh, it was by
When-
writing letters because you didn't like talking on the phone.
No, and
Okay.
then in high school they would do things like, you have to go talk to somebody in the job profession you're interested in,
Right.
and I would have to write out the whole script, and it would take me like 3 hours to build up the nerve. I still have a little bit of that inside of me, especially calling parents who I don't know. It's not so bad when it's people I know, but strangers, it's really hard.
Yeah, I loathed talking on the phone my entire life, and I'm so glad that I don't have to do it hardly ever, that I can just deal with text and email and web pages and things like that, because I hate talking on the phone. I think that it's really, really, really impersonal. I think it's more impersonal than a text message. At least with the text message, you can spend a little bit of time, like with what you're actually saying, as opposed to just kind of being on the spot like you're having a conversation. But yeah, I'm with you, Kayla, that the loss of all the micro expression stuff is really just terrible. Terrible.
And then the chat. You want to read some of the chat, John, with that voice? Now that you're a famous voice actor.
No, I'm not famous for that.
So you're
What am I doing now?
going to be like Mama Raffo.
Who?
Mama Raffo 3000.
Mama Afro?
Yeah.
Who's? I'm lost.
You're going to say, no, I just do it on the fly and screw everything up because we're falling in love with the chat.
So you're reading the chat's responses to Kayla's question?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I just do it on the fly and screw everything up.
I rehearse. Social anxiety is like a mofo.
Oh my God! I used to do the same thing with people I liked, Kayla. XD.
S Audio says that he paces. He doesn't rehearse, but he paces and hops in place when he's talking.
I cannot wait to stop talking to other human beings.
You are so crazy.
Someone else, Konajita
Yeah.
Jonadita, says, I was on a date with someone in high school, and we passed notes back and forth because I was too nervous to talk to them.
Yep. They cannot stand talking on the phone. So, Jeff,
Yes.
Postmodernism wants to know, how is talking on the internet different than talking on the phone to you?
Well, typing, generally speaking, writing lets you think a little bit more about what you want to say, and it also lets you edit as opposed to talking. Like, you don't have as many vocalized pauses, and I feel like one of the problems that I have a lot of times when I talk to people, and I don't have as much of this because I've obviously been running this website for long enough that I could talk to people, and that was my job beforehand, so it's not the worst. But when I would talk to people in a social situation, one of the problems that I would have would be inferring things about their attitude just based on like the expressions on their face or the tone of their voice or things like that. And I just don't think that you do that as much with textual communications. Ah, that's the guy. That's the guy. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Kill him. As you do. Plus, it's, you know, for a person who has problems coming up with stuff like all the time, it does give you time. I mean, nobody like texts in real time, or at least I don't know. Is that a thing? Is that what Snapchat is? I don't know what Snapchat is.
I don't know. I mean, I like Facebook Instant Messenger. I have conversation with people in real time.
Gotta get out of the firing. Oh, God damn it. Now it's your turn to get me up. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Oh, not that one. That one right there. Kill that one.
And then the forum wants to know, what's the most exciting announcement of TGS?
Oof. Let's see. We just went over all this.
For the podcast.
Nick in the podcast.
Nick and him.
Let's see. What was the first one in the Sony? Oh, shit. Damn. Don't kill him yet. Bring him back to life. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Thank you. I'm going to have to think about that while I'm trying to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember what all was announced at TGS, so I can't answer that.
So listen to the Thingadoo.
Podcast.
There's like 30 questions about vagina teeth.
Okay.
Why?
Probably they saw that movie.
Teeth.
Yeah.
They're
I
probably
never
off of the
saw that
same
movie
person.
just because I didn't like the cover,
Yeah.
which might be a terrible decision. I also didn't see Delicatessen. It was the only Genet movie I had never seen until John Rubio was like, sit down, watch this movie. And then I was like, I love this movie.
Okay. Ooh, I got it. Oh.
So have you seen that movie or ever felt teeth on your yu-yu?
I mean, sometimes people the teeth thing might happen. Never like bitiness, but okay. Did I get it? What else do I need here? Oh no, I got it. Cool.
How about you, John? Have you seen that movie?
Have I seen the movie Teeth? No.
I saw the end of the movie Teeth at a bar. It was terrible. I was at the bar. I was getting a drink. I was like, what's this movie? Oh, that's very sexual. What is? Oh, wait, I know what this is. Yep.
Will we ever see you polybridge on the site?
What does it mean?
It's a game. It's an
Okay.
early access game. This has been asked before.
Oh, it has?
which
Jeff,
which one
you
is
said
that?
you ran
Polybridge.
track back in school. Do you play anything else?
Wait, say that again.
You ran track back in school. Did you play anything else?
I've never said that before. That's some made up thing that you. Yeah.
I didn't make it up. That's from the forum.
No. Yes, I
He's
wasn't.
slowly falling less in love with you.
I was
Sorry,
not.
friend.
I was not. No, Kill. I was definitely not saying that you made that up because I believe that you probably know better. But I used to run.
I thought you were like just a dude in high school.
I was very much a dude in high school. I used to run. There's a time where I used to just run on the treadmill in my apartment complex, but that's about it. But never competitively. I was on swim team when I was a kid, but I was bad at it. So, like swimming though.
How do you feel about Rick Perry dropping out of the presidential race?
Good. Glad that he's not going to embarrass us more. I don't know.
Yeah.
He had this crazy dinosaur game on his iPad.
Rick Perry?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because he gave his iPad to one of my students.
What? Okay, you're going to need to start back up. Let's go back to the beginning. The first part where Rick Perry was at your... Well, okay, that makes a
He
certain
didn't
amount
come
of
to
sense.
my school.
Right, that makes a certain amount of sense. That's not completely out of the realm of believability. And then he gave one of the kids in your class his iPad.
Right, because he was friends with his dad and he was done with his iPad 2 or something. Because he was upgrading and he just gave it to the kid and there's this crazy... There were 3 of these dinosaur games on it. iPad dinosaur games.
So Rick Perry's children are very into dinosaur games? Or are we thinking that it's actually
I
just
think
Rick
he
Perry
is.
playing?
Could be him.
He's
He
like,
could be playing them.
I love
What else are you
dinosaurs."
doing on a plane?
Read a book?
Watch a movie
Play some Destiny? I mean,
on a plane.
Oh, I guess that's not really possible.
I mean, I watch a movie on my iPad. Like last time I was on a plane, I watched both Hudson Hawk and Ghostbusters.
You like those movies.
I really do. I own them on my iPad because I like watching them, and they're movies I can watch a million times and never get tired of them. So I figure they're good to have on my iPad if I ever am on a plane or on a long trip where I can watch something and I want to watch something.
Do not like that Hudson Hawk movie.
I know you don't.
So, fourth question to fall in love to.
Okay.
What would constitute a perfect day for you? What is your perfect day like, chat? Let's and Jeff is a little bit scared of this question.
I think he's kind of trying to think, do I want to ask if like do I have to do work on that day or
Well, if his work is fulfilling, then he might want to. He might wake up excited.
Perfect day. Yeah. Get up, relax, have lunch. A realistic perfect day, or just like, and then I get teleported to LA for drinks by the pool with President Jay-Z, or President Kanye, from the previous question. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that just any time that I'm able to have a good time with my friends, that I'm able to go to like a party or something like that. That's my kind of day right there. You know, something that's kind of easygoing, where at the end of the day you get to hang out. I like my birthday a lot.
Nice.
Because it means that I can demand that people show up to a place. It's like when you were talking about the the friend gravity, right?
Yeah.
It's like that is the one day a year where I can like cash in my birthday to be like, and all I really want is for you to come hang out with me for 2 hours, you know, instead of being like, I don't know, I'm really, really busy this Thursday, you know, or whatever. You could just like get people to come and hang out with you. So.
What about you, John?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean,
Well, I have like 2 levels, right? I have the Jeff totally realistic level,
Yeah.
which is wake up late, make love to the man, take the dog for a walk, come back to breakfast made for me, go to a movie, have some nice drinks, and then hang out on the back porch. Like, that's a perfect day, right? Like, that's just a perfect weekend day for me. But then there's days like I've experienced in France where you're like walking around in this picturesque village and you're going to the cool things and seeing things you've never seen before. Like, that's also amazing. Like, I love adventure
yeah.
Sure.
and just eating, doing things I never expected.
Yeah. I could see that. I mean,
I can think of about a dozen different perfect days, to be honest.
I mean, for me, mostly it's just, getting to spend the entire day and doing stuff with my girlfriend. I mean, that's really kind of it. Now, what we're doing is not so much as important as that we're doing it together, kind of thing. So, I don't know.
Oh, everyone is going, oh, in their heart.
I realize that.
Nick Kramer says sitting around in their underwear playing video games, winning the lottery. Perfect day. Lots of sleeping all day. Silver Bullet is like, wait, are we doing a giveaway for like all these questions? Teacher said a day without thinking about their 4th grade class. Getting 3 pages of the novel done and meet someone new of the female persuasion.
There you go.
A day free of allergies and anxiety where I get to eat delicious food. Beer for breakfast. A rainy day when I don't have to work and can just eat popcorn and read a really good book.
Sounds like a good one.
Oh, they're super falling in love with this, Jeff.
Excellent.
Zavala, we're in. What's next?
How about you? Are you feeling more fuzzy?
If they haven't after all this time,
You are like super alarm faced today.
Me?
Yes.
see what they know about Oryx.
No. No, I'm not. I want to kill Oryx. To blow up this tank. Kill these phalanx.
I wish you were feeling more fuzzy. One day we'll get to you.
Yeah, maybe.
Number 5. When did you last sing to yourself?
Sing to yourself.
Yes.
All the time when I'm drunk.
So what was the last time you were drunk?
Last night.
What song did you sing? This is my favorite part about Jeff, and the saddest part about Facebook now is that Jeff is no longer posting the songs that are in his head at 2 a.m. for me to wake up at 7 a.m. to see.
Before I delete them at 10 a.m.?
Yes. But I love it.
Let's see. I have this really sappy Spotify mix that I'll listen to from time to time, but I think that last night at like 5 o'clock in the morning I was going to Whataburger because I didn't want to, which I've actually gone to a few times in the last couple of weeks because I don't want to go to gyms and sit down. I just want to like get something, come back here, eat, and then go to sleep. And I think I was listening to this song called "Gotta Knock a Little Harder" by the Seatbelts off of the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good
really,
song.
Really like that song. So I think I was probably in my car. It was 5 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't wearing any socks, bringing a bag of Whataburger back, and singing along to that in my car. So that was
Can
probably
you
what
share
it
your Spotify playlist
was. Oh boy.
on like Twitters?
Yeesh. I thought about making one that was like for other people. I don't know if I want to share my super sappy one like that.
Yeah.
Like I'll share that with you, Kayla, but there's a few of them that I might that I could probably put together something that wouldn't make me look too silly in public.
This morning I was singing Chairman of the Board Tuesday when it comes on. I love it. Every day is Tuesday. I'm a terrible singer.
Is
But-
chairman of the board like
It's a doo-wop
Holy
band, like an old
Oh.
R&B band.
Not the Carrot Top movie.
Okay, Carrot Top movie. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Okay.
It's an actual band.
Okay.
You know, I sing to myself all the time. So, you know, I sing all sorts of stuff, you
But
know.
what was the last thing you sang? Do you remember?
Well, on the drive over here, I was singing the song "Your Love" by I can't always forget the fucking name of the band. It's actually funny because Amanda knows it's like one of those songs that easily gets stuck in my head, and she laughed because she discovered that it's going to be a song in Rock Band 4.
Nice.
And I'm like really excited for Rock Band 4 to come out. Not because of that song, but just because I fucking need Rock Band back in my life. But yeah, like but yeah, I was like on the drive over here. I was just, you know, it was kind of going in my head, so I just started singing it. So.
Rick Primer says that he was singing "Do You Believe in Love?"
Do you believe in love after love?
Oh, is that the song that you're talking about, or is it a different song?
Oh no, that's not my song. That's the song that he was saying that he sings in the chat.
Oh, okay. The share
song.
Okay.
I have that I get that stuck in my head pretty often, but that one's the cover version done by Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. Because I listen to a lot of Me First and the Gimme Gimmes actually.
I got
So I get a lot of cover songs that they've done stuck in my head.
I was talking with one of my friends on Friday night about Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that, of course, got a bunch of Rocky Horror Picture Show stuff stuck in my head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I love it.
me too. I wish I could find people to go.
We should go
You want to go? Because
to the village. Yeah.
I really do want to go. I went like a few years ago, and like at the time, I don't know
it's
that
so awkward.
it is. It is absolutely super awkward. Because I went when I was a teenager, when you're supposed to go, And I was like, I wonder if they still do this. And it's like, yep, they totally do.
Oh, by the way, Nick Primer says I'm wrong, not the Cher song.
Okay.
The Huey Lewis song.
Okay. See, that's what I was curious about because I thought that was the name of that song is Believe.
Yeah, it is. I just saw the line. That's what popped in my head. I don't know.
But yeah, I went there once a year ago, and it was hella fun. And then I was like, hey, my friends. This is kind of like my older friends. And I was like, hey, my older friends, let's all go to Rocky Horror. And they were just like, no way, dude. That's gay as hell. And I was like, oh, really?
We should all dress up like
2013.
characters in
Understand how the Hive controls it.
Spaced.
Let's try.
You know how they had that weird party where they just played the soundtrack of Rocky Horror Picture Show?
No, I don't actually remember that.
No, I don't.
Like Simon Pegg and all them, and we could just dress up as them.
Dress up as the characters from Spaced and then go to the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah.
That's very meta, Kayla. You've gone into a whole snake
Nice.
eating its own tail thing.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Probably.
Other songs, S Audio wants you to fall in love with the fact that he was singing the Smiths, the Headmaster Ritual. Great song.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Conita was singing Rammerstein at work.
Rammstein?
Rammstein.
Rammstein?
Jonesy Jones was singing By Starlight by the Smashing Pumpkins.
Make them as Carlo did.
Atomic Destruction was singing Iron Maiden, The Trooper, and Aces High.
Okay.
It's a lot
yeah.
harder when I had just me by myself.
But my friend in high school, I love Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy, and the Infinite Sadness. When that came out in high school, it was like a really big album. And she would murder me because I would get the songs in my head constantly. And she would just want to shake me like a baby.
I've never liked that band.
I remember sort of liking that album, and then I got a chance to go see them live, and they were shit.
Really?
They were fucking terrible, and I was like, oh, well, I no longer like this band, so I'm going to leave.
Why were they so terrible?
They just well, first of all, Billy Corgan is tone deaf. He's also like deaf in one ear, and because of that, he's like super tone deaf, and
Yeah.
it's easy for him to fix it when he can like fix it in post.
Right.
But when he sings live, he is super tone deaf.
Yeah.
And also, since on the albums he plays all the instruments,
Right.
the rest of the band
Yeah.
sometimes can't play what he plays on the album.
Whoa, that seems like a pretty important thing for a live show.
Yeah. So I mean, that might have changed since the concert that I went to, but I was like, well, this band sucks, and anyone who actually listens to this live is I can't stand it.
Yikes.
So
Head back to the tower.
Hannibal Montana was singing The Warning by Black Sabbath.
I want a sword.
And Mintrospective was singing Going Down Swinging by Fall Out Boy. And Alda Blow was singing Jizz in My Pants by Lonely Island and got embarrassed because he didn't realize it.
In public, apparently.
yeah.
So it is 5:48, so we're going to clean up this forum.
Okay.
As always, if I don't read it, I don't want to read it. So, suckers! Popeyes, KFC, or churches?
Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Churches chickens, Popeyes rolls, and KFC French fries.
I could see that.
Okay.
I do like Popeyes' French fries though.
Let's see. What are those bands, artists that everyone hates but you like?
My Chemical Romance.
They might be
They're
giants.
They Might
I
Be
love
Giants
them.
is awesome.
I mean, that's
I
just
love them.
from the old days of not knowing anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody who was just like, I like. If it's not some pretentious thing that you've never heard of, then
I like
don't
Blues Traveler, and people don't seem to like them.
I like
And
some of their
also
music.
like, what's the Crows ones?
Counting Crows?
Counting Crows. And I also like Harvey Danger, which everyone remembers for Flagpole Sitta.
Yeah.
But the rest of their album is just beautiful, and I love piano.
I actually really like to go back and listen to the entire album from One Hit Wonders. That's why I'm really big fan of Elastica from the 90s. Like their whole first album was just freaking incredible. And Ruby, too, Leslie Rankine from the mid-90s. But then...
So, what do you think of The Sun?
It's nice.
I don't know. I've had enough of it for the 1 year. It can go away.
It can get intense.
Yeah. Last weekend, oh my God, it was like, yay! It's done! It's over! Summer is done in Texas!
No, it's not.
And Monday came and it was like, psych! Ah, no.
Can you say Panda Peanut Butter Paperclip 5 times fast?
No.
You just gave up like that? Panda Peanut Butter Paperclip, Panda Peanut Butter Paperclip, Panda Peanut Butter Paperclip, Panda Peanut Butter Paperclip, Panda Peanut Butter Paperclip. There you go. You want to try?
No. No.
You guys are the worst.
Yep. I am terrible. Yeah.
Last night, John was showing me a video of this Scottish guy trying to say purple burglar alarm, and he couldn't do it. It was just burglar alarm, and everyone was cracking up on the video.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, there's this other one, like German people saying squirrel. And I was like, well, Americans saying squirrel in French is really hard. And he was just like saying it. I was like, no, it's harder than that. And I called my aunt. My aunt's like, John Rubio has perfect pronunciation of squirrel. And I'm like, I hate you all. But I called her at Tennessee at 9 at night to find out about that.
Nice.
And I was like, Lizzie,
I don't know.
I texted her. I was like,
I'm going to buy you one of those little hand tape recorders, Kayla, and I just kind of want you to go through your whole day and just dictate it. At the end of every day, I want you to sit down. At the end of every week, we're going to put out a 2-hour podcast. It's just like Tuesday, and then here's the story for Tuesday.
that we wouldn't even have to meet on Sundays. Woot woots.
Yep. We
You'd
can
have
play
a
that
day
instead
off.
of playing games. Or I'll just play the game. We'll turn off the microphones, and I'll just pipe what did Kayla do last week into the thing. Oh, yeah, we got to go get Crota's soul. Come on, jerks. Get up in orbit. You Krogans and Mojos.
So,
Oh, wait, we shouldn't be doing
are
this.
you very excited about this expansion?
Yes. I like it. I beat it.
Do you feel like the story is engaging?
Yes. The
It
story is
began
totally
with
engaging.
Crota. But Crota was only a servant of his father, sent to extinguish the last of the light. The great
Boop, boop,
man
boop, doop.
fought for the
And then,
freedom of our world and
So, how do you
slaughter.
feel about all the cop shootings and all this stuff, both sides of it?
And we invited
Goodness
the
gracious,
last
that's a very
voice,
complicated question.
destroyer of light.
I know
Uh,
John Rubio and I talk about this a lot.
Generally speaking, I'm in favor of a lot of oversight of the police. I think that's- I have a lot of sympathy for police, but I also, like, I know some people who are some of the coolest people that I know that are police. I also know, like, a guy who likes to just, like, follow teenagers around and abuse them because he's a cop and he gets off on power. So I think that there should be an awful lot of oversight when it comes to the police and what they do. I think it's a very complicated situation that I probably not qualified to answer and would need an hour and a half to give you an uninformed emotional response to. So
Yeah. I like cops. Cops are cool, whatever you want to call them. I want them to be safe. I don't want anyone to die, whether it be cops shooting people or people shooting cops. I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. I don't think there is any war on cops, as Fox News would like us to believe. I like Jeff said, I know cops that are really cool and awesome people and are actually good at being cops and are, they are doing the job for the right reasons. And then we also know people who are fucking douchebags and who are the people who are the problem, who are cops. Just like with anybody, any job, any profession, there's the people who are there and doing it for the right reasons, and then there are the people that are there doing it for the wrong reasons and are just fucking assholes.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's more political or social commentary than I actually usually prefer to give out in public. So
It all just makes me very sad, both sides of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like that anyone's dying, but also I want changes to happen, right? Mm-hmm. They obviously need to happen, but a lot of the times people are getting shot, they're making poor decisions. But I was explaining to John how I am a white woman, and I've had very negative experiences, which make me more, I feel myself build up, fight or flight, that I can understand why people aren't being rational. If all their past experiences, it wasn't until I was a teacher, and they come and do community outreach. Police officers do positive community outreach in school to build positive relationships. It wasn't until I started doing that my feelings changed. Because it's not every cop is going to try to sexually assault you or berate you or, grab you and not explain the situation,
Yeah.
The dreadnought shields the hive
Yep.
from the traveler
I mean,
Were we to pass
yeah,
through its purpose
I fully agree with you as well, Kayla.
So,
I mean, generally speaking, that's just the sort of thing that's hard to.
It was much fun at parties.
I think that a lot of the type of social stuff that people, I think, ask us about and kind of think about, and one of the reasons that it's hard for me to be on Facebook anymore is that all of these issues are just so much more complicated than the overall, than the way that I see the arguments and the thinking about it online, right? Is that it just tends to be kind of a us versus them type of thing instead of looking at the really, really complicated parts of all of that stuff. But.
and for me, it's the thing that's the hardest for my heart is the polarization. I feel in some way the echo chambers of media and social media is polarizing people's opinions more than exposing them to other opinions.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
yes, actually, it does completely.
And that's the
100%
thing
sense.
that's the hardest for me as someone who's very much into social skills and things like that.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's very easy to ally. I mean, if this is what you're saying, that it's very easy to kind of ally yourself with whatever version of people, or what kind of the version that you want to ascribe to, and then to never have to really communicate with anybody who doesn't share your own beliefs.
Right.
One of the things that I think is really kind of bad about the internet. Oh, big ogre man. Eat lightning.
The greatest part about the internet is that you can find a community so you don't feel alone.
Yeah.
Someone was talking on a podcast about how, before the internet, you might be the only person with your sexual preference, or even nerds, movie nerds, be the only one in your community who likes that kind of movie or something, that genre.
Yeah.
And you felt very isolated, and the internet created community for those isolated ideas. But
Yeah.
now it's I used to find my father more balanced, and now he feels like he's just regurgitating mean memes because he's found a community that so he doesn't feel alone in his prejudice.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. Yeah. Yeah.
And then last question from the forum and of the day.
Okay.
How do you pronounce A-U-N-T? Do you say it aunt or ant?
I say ant.
I switch off. I'm not joking. Like sometimes I'll be like aunt or I'll be like aunt. It just depends on.
Ooh.
I mean, I was raised with it being aunt, like Aunt Mary or Aunt Judy or whatever. But I will sometimes say I will switch off between that and aunt just because whatever.
It depends on who it is. It's my Aunt Elizabeth. It's my Aunt Donna. I don't know why I do that. I don't know if it's a short, like a vowel for Aunt Elizabeth and Aunt Donna next to the consonant. So there you go.
All right. And that, we're done?
We're done at
We're
6
done.
o'clock.
6
Boo!
o'clock. All right.
Suckers, let's go eat some barbecue.
Go eat some barbecue.
Welcome to www.letswrestleforfree.com.
Okay. All right. I should have let Kayla name this website, folks. Stay tuned. An hour, about an hour from now, we're going to go ahead. We're going to throw up the podcast. So watch out for that. As I said before, we got the replay from last week's Sunday streaming. We got a podcast. We got dojos coming tomorrow. We got all kinds of great stuff for you. So stay tuned, and we'll see you later.
Later.
Wackadoo.